Hey, Steven.
You're not showing up on my YouTube.
Okay, one thing I totally forgot to tell you, and I apologize, is that you will not be able to see the comments. Only I can see the comments. Do you have another device?
Yeah, I've seen you do that. So that's why I was saying it wasn't showing up on my YouTube. Do
you have another device?
Oh,
it might be lagged by.
It is lagged. I forgot to turn off the volume on it. I did that. I've watched enough of you going live with various people, or like various people going live in this way.
I actually forgot that I can see, that because I'm the one who created. Like usually, I'm a guest. So
right.
I'm like looking over to the side because I hear my dog panting. Hey, Manuela, how are you? So,
Chloe is here.
Yeah, Chloe, who is Manuela, but goes by Chloe on YouTube.
So, okay. I follow her on.
I see a baby.
You're not supposed to be here. Daddy doesn't want you.
That's okay. But that's okay.
Love you.
We will welcome you. So I forgot, and I actually have. Hello, everyone. If you have time to.
Daddy doesn't want you on camera.
Hi.
I know. Say hi.
Red. Hi, Lorna.
Bye.
Hey, Maya. I'm so glad you're here.
I told you can't be in here right now, okay? I promised Daddy. Hi. Go watch Steven Universe. Go do what you want to do, but you can't be in here. This is mommy's friend Christina. You say hi.
Hi. Are you being shy, sweetheart?
No, he's disappointed that he can't be in here. They both love makeup.
Oh, well, he could stay if he wants.
No, my husband and I don't want them on the internet.
Oh, well, then he needs to go.
All right. Say bye-bye and go play.
Bye, sweetie.
Doing what I'm not doing.
I know, it's a little bit lagged. I need you to go play, please. Thank you.
Oh, he's being so good.
Yeah. They've kind of gotten used to me doing my makeup on the internet, so they usually stay out of here.
Yeah.
But usually there's not another person on screen.
Oh.
So they're a little.
That's a whole new genre.
Oh yeah.
So okay, so now can you see the comments?
Yeah, I can see them coming through. I have an additional device down here.
Okay, perfect.
And it has the comments coming through on it.
Okay, perfect. So, no kids allowed club. Things could get spicy. So, yeah.
Let me close the door.
No, you don't have to do that. We won't.
Well, it will also cut down.
Well, you can if you want. Yeah, I only have
Yeah.
dogs, so I don't have to close my door.
Yeah,
so,
I've got the humans.
So I decided what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to do is I am going to do a look for the asexual pride flag.
Oh!
Yes. So, yes, I'm doing a look for, do you like Nicole or do you go by Nikki?
Either one, actually.
Okay.
I introduce myself as Nicole because that's my given name, but I honestly do not care.
Okay, because I call you Nicole.
Yeah, well, because I introduce myself as Nicole, so why would anyone think differently? But I don't care. I've been called Nikki my entire life. It's just like, why would I introduce myself as Nikki? That's not my name. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, my parents called me Christy growing up, but my name is Christina. And when I went to college, I started calling myself Christina because I honestly just prefer Christina. So now I go by Christina because I was able to change it. And Maya, I'm so happy you like the Vivacious palette. I was thinking of using it today, but it doesn't have black, and I need like a black or a grayish shade. It does have a purple. It has two purples. So, I mean, I could do the purples. It's got like two purples. So I could do two different purples and then just going with a different palette for the black. Like I was thinking I would use the Sugar Shop, but it only has one purple. it only has like one purple, and then I thought I would do a black and then go in with either the Galactic Palette or the Radioactive Palette for the grayish color, you know, and then I was going to go in my inner corner with the white from Radioactive for the white from the flag. So the flag has, hello Wilma, how are you, my love? So I wanted to say before we get started, before I'm gonna do my asexual flag pride look. It's really the first pride look that I've done officially for Pride, and Pride Month's almost over, so I feel bad that I haven't done a pride look yet. But I've been, my dog has terminal cancer, and I've been like really, really depressed. I just got goosebumps saying that because she's my dog that I'm closest to. So I've been just having a really hard time, and I know I've been talking about it a lot, but it's just really affected me.
You don't owe anyone celebration of pride.
Thank you. I'm about to start crying, so I need to not talk about it because I'm about to start crying. But oh yay! I've got to get back on my business page and start posting, because I haven't been posting much on there because I've been so depressed. But I just released an eyeshadow palette, so I need to get back on there and post. But
well, those of us that have been lucky enough to get it have been posting about it a lot.
Yes.
So
lots of people, I've gotten lots of love on it, and lots of people have been posting about it. So I feel really, really lucky. And if you want, Nicole, we can go live on Instagram too, like anytime, because I get a lot more. My Instagram account's much bigger than my YouTube account, but so we'll probably get more people in the live.
I have 0 videos and somehow 1 subscriber, and I don't know where they got lost.
Oh, well, I'll subscribe. Aw, thank you, Manuela. Well, I think I'm going to do a sale for, one of my dogs just walked in. I think I'm going to do a sale. I mean, the 4th of July is the 4th of July, but my birthday's on the 5th of July. So I would rather call it a birthday sale for my birthday. I think I'll do a sale for that. Oh yeah, the Saints Angels Sinners palette. I'm actually paying for it to be shipped tomorrow. So it's going to be shipped, and we should have it in a few days. And I think, despite all of the stuff that's gone on, I think we're still going to launch it at the regular time. And we were talking about like delaying the launch because of the dramatic situation, which I'm not here for that. I'm not here for any of that. I'm just here to, be nice and support people, and I'm not here for the drama. So
I've told many of our mutual friends that I'm here to make friends and play with makeup, and that's it. Like, that's what I'm here for.
Same.
So
I'm here to be nice and supportive, and I mean, I honestly think that my colleague at Saints Angel Sinners is too, if she got lost or, had a, we're going to release it. I mean, I know that there were some people who were saying that my brand would be hurt by releasing a palette with her, but we have been working on it for months since any of this ever happened. Hi, Bree.
And it's been very public knowledge that you have been.
So I would like to I know there aren't a ton of people here, but those of you who are here, if you would not mind following Queer Mom Acing It on Instagram. Her Instagram is exactly the same as her name is here. And, oh, am I delayed at all? I forgot to turn off my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi gets slow. If somebody could tell me.
You're not delayed for me.
Okay. If it becomes delayed. There was some drama. I don't even really want to get into it because it's not really my drama. It's not my drama at all. But I'm just not here for it. I'm here for the love. I'm here for the love. Okay, good. Not delayed for you. Thank you. Okay, you already are following Nicole. Thank you so much. And I know, okay, perfect. No delay. And I know that they will follow you back. So, and I will too, but I'm already following everybody on here. And I will follow all of you. I'll follow all of you from my business, but I'm already following all of you from my business. So I'm actually going to turn on my fan real quick. It will literally take 5 seconds.
Yeah, I have a little fan set up over here because
yeah, it's just a little hot. You're all going to see how much weight I still need to lose. Sorry. Hi, Mindy. How are you? So, yeah.
Weight loss is a personal choice, not the rent you pay to Red December already started following me. We're following through.
That's amazing. See what a supportive community we have. And Mindy is the absolute best. Mindy is also so incredibly supportive and so kind. So thank you, Wilma, so much. And Wilma is my drag queen extraordinaire who is in Canada.
Oh my goodness. I almost can't hear you over my phone buzzing because everybody is following me.
Yeah, it's so awesome. See? We have such a beautiful, supportive community, and I feel so excited. If you did not know, Steven and Colin, who is queer_bones, and Scars to Stars, who is my soul sister, Danny, and I are making a Pride palette next year for Pride.
I heard about that. I wasn't sure who the third person was, and I have not met them, but you will know and Steven very well.
But you will.
Internet well. I know them internet well.
And I have Mindy on my Instagram. I think it's McNamara or MM. So if you want to follow Queer Mom It, they will follow you back. I'm already following you from both of my accounts. But yeah, I'm here to support and I'm here to just, be nice.
Which is part of the logic behind what I've decided that I'm going to do as my very first look with the Galactic Palette. I'm going to do a Pride look.
Yay!
Like a full-on rainbow. There is no like yellow or orange in here, but I think I can make it work with the green.
Yeah.
Because I think I can make it work because it's a very yellow leaning green. So I think I can make it work. So
I'm excited to see it. So
you spent so long as such a like out and proud ally. How could I not with like my personal first colorful palette from you?
Oh yeah.
And I mean nothing says pride like shimmer or like shine.
I agree. So I'm gonna do like 25% off or 30% off.
Okay, now
for July 4th. But when you come to Texas. Oh, okay. Hang on. I'm gonna turn off my.
I'm so excited.
I'm gonna turn off. I'll be right back.
Okay. And I'm just going to continue making very weird faces while I put my foundation on as I stretch out my old lady skin.
I just turned off my Wi-Fi, so I should not be delayed anymore.
Okay. Yeah, that worked last time when you were living with Danny.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
That was so cute.
Danny's the best, I swear. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, she really and truly is. I virtually harass her because I'm just like, I'm just going to keep talking to you until you realize that we're talking now. And she's probably like, that's not how this is going. But in my mindset, because she's one of those people that's just like so awesome that you almost feel inferior. Like, how could I be anywhere close to your level of
It's hard to feel
awesomeness.
fabulous next to that fabulousness. It's hard to feel fabulous.
Right?
But you are fabulous.
Oh I'm something. And you know what? That is me. Whatever this is, it's me, and I quite like it. I spent about 30 years of my life getting to know who I was and getting comfortable with that, and I'll be damned if anyone can stop me now.
I used to hate myself, so I'm not going to apologize for, believing in myself. And Steven, you're not old. Stop. Absolutely
If you're
not.
old, then I'm a parakeet. Who's old? Is Steven old, or is he saying I'm not old? Because I'm going to be 35 2 days after I leave Texas.
Well, I'm going to be 45.
I will be 35 on the 12th of August.
I'm going to be 45.
Yeah, that's only 5 years older than my husband.
Oh, are you? I'm 5 years older than my husband also.
So your husband's also 40?
My husband is, yes. And
Okay.
Steven's saying that you said.
See, I'm 5 years younger than my husband. My lighting is just insane because right above my mirror is a window. So
your lighting is really good.
I get like overexposed.
Your lighting is really good.
I have found that the camera lies to me. The camera lies to me because for me, like when I lean over here, I get hyper exposed. And so I'm like leaning really close to my mirror.
Wilma, I would have never known. Bree, just be glad. Yeah, Lorna, we're the same age. So there you go. And 45 is the new 30. Okay. So 45 is the new 30.
You know
I'm
what? I've been in some dark places in my life. I'm not going to apologize for having stayed on Earth this long.
Nope. Me neither. I have too, and I'm not going to either.
Especially with my health problems. I was supposed to die when I was 17. I got toxic shock syndrome.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, I mean, like,
that's horrendous.
I'm not going to apologize for lasting this long with all my health problems. And
yeah,
I'm that friend of a friend you heard of. I've literally never met anyone else that has had it. They're like, I heard of a friend of mine that had that. But yeah, most of us died.
Yeah.
Not
everything eyeshadow by Maya, you literally look. Everything eyeshadow by Maya is saying that she's turning 61, but she looks like she's 40.
You know what? It happens. My children's principal, okay? I came in because kids are kids, and sometimes they do things they ought not to, and sometimes they do those things in public. But so I came in, and I'm talking to my kid's principal, and after we're done talking, she's like, when you walked into this office, I thought you were a teenager and I was really confused why you were here. You look like a teenager. I'm like, you are witnessing my children standing before you, knowing that they are in kindergarten and second grade. No, why would I love that? I've been
because
blonde
you look so
all my
young.
But why would I like that? No one thinks I've earned respect.
Oh.
They treat me like a teenager. Why would I like that? I didn't enjoy being treated like a teenager when I was one. Everyone's like, oh, you should be so thankful. I'm like,
okay, I would like it because I'm almost 45. Wilma, I'm so glad you like those lip liners. I love them too. Somebody ordered the last pink one, and now I need to get more. I'm all out. I only have 2 shades left.
I'm so ashamed that I don't have any of your products except for these 2 eyeshadow palettes.
Well, you just wait until you come to Texas, and that's all going to change.
Ooh, I cannot wait. Oh, we've got Oh my goodness. We have like so much stuff. Like I didn't put concealer on. Oh well. I slept fairly well last night. We'll just live with that. We'll just live with that. I don't need concealer today. What am I doing? Highlighter. Highlighter is what I'm doing. I get so distracted talking that I was telling my husband this last night because I was in here messing around, getting everything organized.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? He's like, you're overthinking this. I'm like, no. I need everything to be where I expect it to be because I'm going to be so distracted talking that I'm going to completely lose my train of thought.
It does get distracting.
It does, but it's the good kind of distracting. I thrive on social interaction. I'm going to be riding this high for days.
And you have such a great personality that...
Thank you. I made it myself.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
There was some outside influences, a little trauma, make it spicy, but...
Thanks, you
I take
guys.
credit for this creation.
You're saying nice things about my highlighter palette. And I'm saying nice things about
fantastic.
you. It's not a duochrome one. I'm going to make a duochrome highlighter, but...
Oh, please do.
I'm going to.
Oh,
I just got to get the money, honey.
I have a nice, way too many foundation of just like basic shimmery highlighters, but duochrome, multi-chrome highlighters, those just,
I know. I need to get on that, and I am.
Yeah, well, when you keep coming out with these bomb eyeshadow palettes, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I could use either Comet or M81 as a highlighter if I wanted to, especially M81 because it has that red base. Maybe I still can. I just put on a ZC highlighter, which is just super basic, but I'm not positive how this look is going to end up actually looking on my eyes. So I wanted to do something a little more basic, so I can always build from that. Okay, I'm going to take the eternal struggle of doing a rainbow look is where are you going to start? Are you going to put the red on the inside or the red on the outside? I think I've decided that I'm going to put the red on the inside.
Okay.
Make it a little more grungy.
That sounds good.
Yes, so, what's up?
Bree asked what other types
I think
of products...
Daddy's saving those for dinner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you, my love.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I was just telling my kids that they can't go to the dinner rolls. You were not interrupting me.
Oh.
If anything, I was interrupting you.
It's all good. Bree asked me what kind of other kinds of products would I like to make, and you know what? I used to have mascara and I sold them all, and I used to have like a full range of Oh, thank you, Mindy. Okay, Steven. Sounds good. You inspire me so much. Steven's heading to the gym.
Yes. You gotta live that healthy life. I'm proud of you, Steven.
I am too.
He has, since he started this fitness journey, he has only missed, I think, like 4 days in almost 2.5 weeks now.
Oh, man.
Inspirational. Also, does he not have the most soothing voice? His YouTube channel is almost ASMR. It
all
is
around.
Just almost soothing. ASMR. Oh, he's
all around very soothing.
Oh my goodness. I could just listen to him talk for ages.
I could listen to you both talk for ages.
See, I have always been told that I have a very grating voice.
I like your voice.
Oh, thank you. I like you too.
Oh, thank you. I feel like we connected same as how I connected with Mindy. I connected with Mindy right away when we first started chatting.
Oh yeah, I felt fully and utterly adopted. I'm like, is this bitch crazy? But I've also experienced this before with one of my best friends. So I'm like, are we having a situation? Is this really happening?
It sure is.
I believe the term is gagged. I could not speak. I turned to my husband, I'm like, you don't understand. I did a live with this palette. The creator of the palette came on, invited all of her amazing friends. They all added me. And now I'm friends with people who have like semi-successful YouTube channels and the creator of this gorgeous palette. What happened? He's like, well, didn't you go on there to make friends? And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't because you have to understand that was like a week and a half into me having this Instagram.
I had no idea. I had no idea you had only had Instagram for a week and a half.
I mean, I've had a personal Instagram before.
Yeah.
But, I was listening to Angelica, what's her name? She's big on YouTube. Yeah. I was listening to her and she's like, I got into the beauty community just to make friends. And I'm like, really? Can work that way?
Oh, yeah.
And I can't edit videos for crap. I don't know how all that works. So I'm like, I'll do Instagram. I know how Instagram works.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I did not expect it to. I mean, I thought maybe eventually, because I've made online friends before. 2012 Tumblr. But I did not expect it to work that quickly and that just explosively. So I was fully gagged for days. I just could not believe it. But I have friends. People like me.
Fast and Furious.
Oh, that's not the color I thought it was, but god damn.
Some of the colors have these crazy shifts.
Thing.
I
thought it was going to be green. It's a blue-purple shift.
Yeah, some of them have these shifts that you just don't know what you're going to get.
And you know, I've been really having fun with just when I get a new palette, I do not touch it. I don't swatch it until I go live with it. So like, those are my genuine reactions.
I know, it's so fun. That's awesome. That's exciting to me that you're kind of like, you know, like just now. So
just now what?
Also, like exploring the colors.
That is a big moment. Yes, she says yes. Making friends from social media is the best. I don't know anyone in real life that is as into makeup as me in my personal life. And I'm like, big mood. That was 100% me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've introduced you at least electronically, and you'll get to meet her in person in August. My best friend, Squeaker's Nut House.
Yeah, who's here in Texas.
Who's here? She's on?
No, I'm just saying that she's here in Texas.
Oh, yeah. Not too far north of you, actually. I was like, wait a minute. I can't not tell Christina I'm going to be in her actual neighborhood.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Together.
I know. But I forgot what I was going to say about her. Oh, she is, you know, a professional cosplayer. So, of course, she does do makeup.
Yeah.
But it is not the same.
No, cosplayers have a different vibe.
Oh, 100%. And so, like, when she needs like a particular pigment or what have you, you know, I definitely guide her in the way. We are going to be putting together a build your own lethal palette.
Oh, that's cool.
In August, and that's going to be her Christmas present.
Ooh.
Because like she's describing her dream pigments, and she described this black base that shifts from red to gold to purple. And is that not abyss? That's absolutely abyss. I don't know anyone else that makes a pigment like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's just going to be your birthday present.
That's so cool.
She is a military mom with 3 special needs kids.
Oh my God, 3.
So she doesn't buy crap for herself.
No.
3 special needs kids.
That's really a lot.
Yeah, they're so special needs. Yeah, they're so special needs they can't get vaccinated because the doctor is worried about the effect it will have on them, because it's so new and they have 1,000 medical problems, so for them it's better to just isolate than risk really just screwing them up in the long term, and
that is incredibly scary.
And that's why the rest of us need to get vaccinated, is to protect people like that.
Well, I'm vaccinated and I'm boosted.
Perfect.
Yep.
And I am vaccinated and boosted. I'm also in the at-risk group because I have very severe asthma.
I do too. I take a pill every day for asthma called... What's that?
No, I was listening to you finish.
Oh, I take Montelukast. I think it's called Pro Air. Like, I don't know what's the generic and what's the... And then I have a emergency inhaler, and I have like a long-term inhaler.
Yeah, so I have a maintenance inhaler that I take 3 puffs of in the morning.
Yes.
I take Singular, which is the only allergy medication FDA approved to treat asthma.
I think that's what I take. I take it in pill form.
Yeah, in pill form.
Okay, yeah, that's what I take.
And I have an emergency inhaler, and then I also have to take my Flovent inhaler, which is the maintenance inhaler, 3 times at night.
Yes.
So that's 6
I have
puffs
those
of that a day. What's up?
So Mindy, I don't know if she saw your comments, so I'll tell her in a minute. But I want to know what your dream palette is. So Mindy's asking, what's your dream palette? Oh my God, you had that's
my
scary.
Dream palette?
Yes.
Yeah. Red December, I hate that for you.
That's so scary.
With the new tech, with the old tech, they kind of most people now would know if they're gonna have a reaction or not because they would learn from their childhood vaccines. But because this is such new technology, it reacts to people differently. So people who've never had a vaccination reaction before are having them now. And
I ended up doing okay.
Out of taking the vaccine.
Very scary.
Yeah, me too. My second dose, and my second dose gave me a bit of a headache. My booster made me full on body aches, man. But 1 hot bath and I was good.
Oh, the second and the booster both made me very, very sick. They both made me very sick, but I mean, it took me 2 days to get better. But I was okay. It just took time.
So I tell you what, my dream palette is a full-on vaporwave palette because I have never found the new one by Beauty Bar came real close, but I needed some yellow in there. Just hot pinks, hot teals, shimmers, some cobalt blue, bright yellow, and always and forever an iridescent white. I mean, if a palette has an iridescent white, Radon is giving me all of the feelings right now. If a palette has
Radon is an
white,
iridescent, pretty iridescent.
Yeah. If a palette has an iridescent white,
Radon.
that's it.
Radon's a pretty iridescent white.
Tell me this palette wasn't made for a rainbow look. Oh, I've been so
And look
excited
at
to do this.
radium. So
I
I
use radium.
don't think radium can really pass for gray though. That's more of like a greenish.
Oh no, it is a full on lovely, like one of my favorite multi-chromes is the blue to purple shift, but it is not gray. It is not.
No.
Hold on, let me do some playing here.
I think I'm gonna have to use the Galactic Palette because that has a gray. That has the oil slick shade.
Which one are you thinking, Luna?
Yeah, because Luna has a more gray shift. There's Luna.
Yeah, I'm swatching it myself.
Maybe if you put it
over, maybe if you put it over a black. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to steal one of my kids. That's the hard thing about the ace flag. One, it's okay, and I can, as an asexual person, I can say this.
Yes.
It is one of the ugliest flags. I have a deep and abiding love for it, but it's so ugly. You put it on a shirt and it looks like one of those old ladies who purchases all of their makeup from Almay or from Avon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is not attractive.
Well, then I'm going for ugly tonight because that's what I'm doing.
I have, okay. But it also, like, if you are just kind of using those colors and you're not trying to do a recognizable ace look, you can definitely pull in like 90s goth grunge, which is where my heart lives.
Yes. I'm doing different shades of purple. Now I'm taking the shade Grateful from the Vivacious palette, which is
that the bottom one?
Yeah.
I love that.
And like, I could have tried something more because I did a pride look with this one last year because it's got like so many colorful colors. But this year I'm going for something more subdued and we're going for a different flag. We're going for a different flag than the original flag. I think the rainbow flag was the original flag, right?
It used to be that that we were all united under the rainbow flag before everybody got their individual flags. But also the original rainbow flag had teal and I want to say pink in it. But they quickly edited those out because of the cost of those fabrics. And that's where we get our traditional rainbow flag. And it has had many incarnations over the years. It had a stripe for AIDS victims during the AIDS epidemic. Yeah. So when people like kind of get up in arms about the new inclusivity flag, it's like, yeah, no, we've been doing this the whole time. Changing.
I mean, I know the
trans flag to add emphasis onto whoever's being most.
I know the trans flag has the pastels. So I was thinking if I have time, I'll do a pastel look before the end of the month for the trans flag.
The trans flag is just made for makeup. The trans flag, the bi flag, and the pan flag are like my favorites, aesthetically speaking. I love them so much.
The trans flag is probably my favorite because I love pastels. But
if you look at this, chat, if you look at this, tell me which one of these colors is is Christina, and tell me why it's high energy. Tell me why it's high energy.
High energy is my favorite color in the palette. High energy for
I can tell. I looked at it. I'm like that. So I'm putting high energy.
You're so funny. And tell me why it's Christina.
On my underlid.
You're the best.
Tell me. Which one of these colors is Christina personified, and tell me why it's high energy.
That's right. It hurts me to do a makeup look and not use high energy. I mean, it really does. I used high energy in my last look that I did on Instagram. I think I only used it on my lower. Huh?
It does have a purple shift to it because I'm currently putting it up against a
Ooh, it
purple,
looks so
and you
pretty.
see it
Look
really
at
brings
all
out
of
the purple
that.
shifts.
Wow.
I love it. This is my favorite. I've done many rainbow looks over the years because I love rainbow colors.
Yes.
But this is my favorite one I've ever done. Exposure really filled in that yellow orange necessity because of its shifts. I just layered it over I layered it over Electro Love, and it knew the assignment, and it's like, yes, I will do that for you. I got you.
Amen to that, sister. Amen.
I am resisting the urge. Resisting the urge. Nope, not resisting the urge. I'm going to put more colors on.
Do it.
I failed in resisting the urge. So
I have to spill a secret to you. I'm making a vaporwave palette. I'm making a vaporwave. It's already like we already started. Yeah, we already have the name. We're working on the. We already have the name. We're working on the colors right now.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I went hypersonic there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we have the color story all laid out. It's got all the things you asked for. I think it has in it.
Oh my goodness.
And like, I really think it's going to be a really huge, I hope it'll be something that like really catapults the brand. I think it will, because I'm working with somebody. I won't say who, but I'm working with somebody.
Nobody is doing that.
Huh?
Nobody is doing that. Like, if
No.
that palette existed, I'd already own it.
Well, it's going to exist.
That.
It's going to take some time, because the way we're doing it is we are making sure that it's like completely perfect. Do you know what I mean? We want it to be everything. We want it to really be. Ashley, I didn't know you were here. I miss you. I'm so happy you're here.
Mindy, yes. Like, Vaporwave lives in my heart. Vaporwave. I am like, okay, so Vaporwave is basically.
Yes, oh yeah, I'm using your
basically.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm using
techno 80s computer. It's like techno 80s computer neon Tokyo.
Yes. Yes. So it's
it's like Miami Vice, the computer animation done completely in neon lights.
Yes. It's a very cool aesthetic.
Like,
but it even goes beyond aesthetic.
Oh, have you heard Vaporwave? Oh yeah, it is a fashion aesthetic. It is a decorating aesthetic. It is a genre of music. It kind of crosses the line between techno and lo-fi. So it's like, yes.
Can I wash my brushes?
So no, because you have to do that in here. That in here right now.
I don't know.
Can
if it's exactly the same as Cyberpunk. Like, I feel like it is.
No, because Cyberpunk is more techno, more modern. I love your makeup, Rosie.
Yeah, Vaporwave is more. There are even apps for Vaporwave. There are apps for Vaporwave. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. So like that early 2000s, not early 2000s, early 20 teens memes where it had the like grid, almost pastel Tron background, and you could say things like "you did it" or "I'm dead inside." That is vaporwave. That is quintessentially vaporwave.
Yes.
I'm dead inside.
It's very kitschy or whatever the word is. Yeah, it's like they talk about a lot of like I don't even know how to explain it. Nicole's doing a much better job.
That's the hard part about aesthetic. Is you really have to communicate it in like almost in like a stream of thought, of consciousness. It's basically more, you can't explain it except in Pinterest board.
It's tough to explain, but yeah, if you look it up, you'll see some of the you'll see a lot of information, you'll see a lot of photos, you'll see a lot of different stuff about it, and it's pretty cool. It's cool.
It's fantastic. Sorry, I needed to mattify because it is 87 degrees today with 98% humidity, so it feels like 99. And oh my gosh.
And so, for those of you who do not know, Nicole is in Japan.
Yes, I live in Okinawa, actually. So not mainland Japan. I'm down across from Thailand, actually.
I will be visiting when I am able, FYI.
Oh, absolutely. I have so much to show you.
I am so excited for that.
Crawl, I still am inside, and yeah. Okay, I think I am going to try. You know, I don't think I should have done that. No, this look does not need M81, despite how much I love it. It needs Comet. That's going to, I'm gonna do that as my highlighter.
We have to go with what we need and not what we want.
Yeah, actually it's ending up being both. It's ending up being both because I had both on my brush. Oh yeah. Well, we're mixing and matching. The category is Gourmand Girls.
Yes.
Yes.
I was thinking of changing the name to Gourmand Beauty, but I already trademarked Gourmand Girls, and I just do not want to go through it. I really don't.
No, don't. Like, if you get sick of it, just like GG Beauty.
Well, I'm not sick of it at all. I'm not sure I want a gender in there anymore.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, I like it. I think most people like it too. Yeah. Ashley, I'm so happy you're here. Ashley is one of my very best friends in this community, by the way, and I made the Vivacious palette with her, and I've used the Vivacious palette in this look.
That Ashley. Okay.
And Maya said that the Vivacious palette is her favorite palette right now.
It is. Do you know?
By the way,
before Radioactive came out, before you announced when it was going to come out, Vivacious was in my cart to purchase.
Well, I'll just say
I had to choose one because of my
budget. I know.
So.
I will just say Vivacious has some beautiful mermaid colors. It has some beautiful mermaid colors.
Well, because I think what it was, and it's a lot less now that I have the Radioactive palette, but my problem was like I want to do more with Christina's stuff. I want to, boost Christina more because your stuff is amazing. You personally are amazing. And I felt like I wasn't really able to do that effectively with just having one single all dual chrome multi-chrome palette, because it is beautiful, it is lovely, it is a companion palette.
It is.
So
it's companion.
Yep. So, which we all need a companion in this life.
Yes, we
How
do.
did you and Darcy choose all the colors?
You mean for the palette that's coming? So for the radioactive palette, that's just my palette. So I chose all those colors.
Yeah.
But
I'm assuming they mean that your collab palette. So here's
yes.
my prediction. Here's my prediction. All the pinks were you. You picked a couple of other colors. Probably those like purple bluey colors that are in there, and then everything else was Darcy because it's half pink.
Hi, Shell. So basically, we went through multiple color stories, and we kept going and going and going until we found the one that we were happy with. We just went on and on and on. And I will tell you, Darcy is very gifted. She is very gifted at making color stories.
Anyone who has ever had one of her palettes knows this.
She is incredibly gifted. So she said, I really love doing this. So I said, go. So she sent me some color stories, and you know, some I was like, I'm not sure. Let's try this. And some I was like, I love it. And then there was one color story that she sent over, and she was like, oh my God, I think this is it. And I was like, Darcy, this is it. So we just both came to an agreement. This is it. And I mean, we went through some like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Let's try this. Let's try this. But like, she and I work very, very well together. We work very well together. We've talked about working together again in the future. So, yeah, I mean, it was very easy. It was just, I don't know how else to say it. It was just totally simple. And it came together easily. Okay, Steve. Thank you for being here.
Steven, you haven't left already? Oh, he has a habit of just listening to these kinds of things. He did this to me the other day when I don't know if you even watched in part my disastrous, messy journey into my asexual look that I did, my first look for Pride Month. It was a journey, and he just had me in his cup holder and was just listening to it. And it was very much I got glitter in my actual eyeball. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I went over on time and it turned into 2 lives. And
Steven was listening to us while he was doing cardio. He is so flipping supportive. We love you.
He is fantastic. I love him
you,
so
mean
much.
it. Love you, mean it. So
you're the only person I would believe that from. Ashley, you're the only person that's ever sounded genuine saying that.
Absolutely. Ashley Eats Dinos 13 is the one who did the color story for this palette. For the Vivacious palette. Let me just show you.
My son's going to be upset with you.
Here's the shade Vivacious. She's pretty.
Oh, that is beautiful.
And here's the shade Luxurious. She's also very pretty, and she's buttery. Ooh. Pretty and buttery. So, and time to shine, because it's Ashley's time to shine. Yes. I've gotten a bunch of orders for it since I released Radioactive. Several people have purchased it with their Radioactive palettes. So, and my beautiful Maya also picked it up. So it is a good palette. And I'll be honest, it doesn't really have any fallout. It has like no fallout. So I'm not sure I'm really happy with how this blended out. I might have to fix that, but we're going to move on.
I'm like over here, like just kind of picking at my looks the most of the time.
We're going to move on.
Well, this is the problem when you have shadows that are just so freaking blendable. Look at that. Look how easily
That's a really pretty rainbow look.
I absolutely love it. It is all of my dreams. An all shimmer rainbow look, when it is executed correctly, and I think this was, just to my own horn over here, should look like a multi-chrome. It should shift perfectly through. And that is one of the great things about having all of those rainbow colors in one palette, is they all are the same formula, so they have the same level of shimmer throughout. And I am living for this. It does not match my vintage Japanese vacation vibes that I've got going on here. I just picked this shirt up.
That's cute.
Isn't it cute? It's so hard to find. The blessing is that the Japanese are super into oversized things.
Oh.
That's how they fit me.
Yeah, I was going to say nothing would fit me if I lived there. How do you even
a combination of trying everything on.
Yeah.
And realizing that when things don't fit, it is not a reflection of you being fat. It is a reflection of the fact that Asian sizes are smaller because Asian people are smaller. Well,
I am fat,
misconception. They have the same rates of similar rates of obesity that we do.
Does Shine or whatever it's called, do they ship there? Do you know? They seem to ship all over the world. Well, you have a U.S. address anyway.
Yeah. I typically do Shein US, which they have a Shein Japan. She Glam is not available through Shein Japan. But because
their clothes, I buy their clothes. I have a Shine shirt on right now. That sounds
Shein
shirt on right now. And
I have a lot of Shein clothes. This mirror is from Shein.
So cute.
Their
stuff is just very affordable, and
yeah, it's not all great by all means.
No.
But their stuff is. I have gotten some things from them that I have really liked.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I grew up quite poor, very poor. So, the idea of going out and spending $30 on a shirt is not something I'm really comfortable with. There are things now that I just spent, almost $50 on a palette.
Yeah.
But there are things that I'm willing to spend my money on and things that I'm not. But I'm also not one of those people that throws out my fast fashion.
Yeah.
I hold on to clothes until either they physically don't fit, or they are falling apart. And if I'm getting rid of something because it's just something that I don't wear anymore, it gets donated.
I do too.
I don't throw things away. And even when things, if I'm getting rid of it because it fell apart, it usually gets cut up and put in my scrap drawer because I sew.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
So I definitely can't say I'm zero waste, but things get a lot of chances in this house.
I need to start purchasing from ThreadUp. Bree is saying that she uses ThreadUp, that she purchases from ThreadUp, and I need to do that.
I'm more of an in-person kind of a person.
Mm-hmm.
I do purchase a lot more online now. Not that ThreadUp is available where I am. But also I'm not willing to spend that kind of money on used clothes.
I would rather spend my money on either accessories or makeup than on clothes. Personally, that's just...
I love accessories because you can make a very basic outfit super trendy easily. And
you really can.
Clothes take up a lot of room. Accessories do not.
Yeah, I agree.
I have so much jewelry, so much, and but at the time, that's not really my style anymore. But I still hang on to it because, it doesn't take up that much space, and then I end up wearing it.
Come back in style. You might change your mind later. You never know.
Oh, girl, I definitely have held on to things so long they've come back in style. I was here for the Y2K when it first happened. Granted, I wasn't in a cult at the time, so I didn't really get to participate. I grew up in a cult. I told you that, right?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
And I felt
so. I didn't really get to participate in the 90s or the 2000s. I mean, I am prime Harry Potter age, and I didn't get to read those books until just a couple of years ago.
I'm glad that you're not dealing with that anymore.
Oh, I've got some deep-seated religious trauma and insecurities, but I'm, processing them and moving on with my life.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Kiana. I keep everything too. I'll be honest. I'm kind of a hoarder when it comes to two things. That's perfume and accessories. I am willing to move on when it comes to clothes, but I have a really hard time when it comes to accessories.
Yeah, I'm definitely of the hoarder type myself. I mean, so much so, but we had to, and so it's a real test when we had to downsize to move to Japan, because space is famously at a premium here. I mean, I've got nowhere to go in this house to do my makeup except for the main bathroom. We have a master bathroom, but it's so small and the mirror is over there. It's ridiculous.
Well, anybody who would like to get the radioactive palette, I'm going to do a sale for July 4th, which really it's going to be for my birthday, which is July 5th. And my dog has terminal cancer and I have $7,000 in vet bills. So I am very appreciative. And
do it for the dogs.
I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for me, but that dog is my child and I'm not going to have her for that much longer. I will be rescuing 2 more dogs. Hi, Anne. How are you, girl? Anne, I'm doing a sale for July 4th in the United States. I know you're in Canada. Well, for my birthday, which is the 5th. So if you want to get the radioactive palette, because I know you said you did, maybe hang on until I post the sale. Anyway,
July 4th in the United States. It will be a different date in Canada.
For Independence Day. You be quiet. But I have been doing very well dealing with the fact that I am going to lose her, and I can't talk about it anymore because I will start time. I will. That dog is my everything, and right now I think we might have maybe 2 months left. So I found a dog online who, I follow, yes, adopt one more animal, adopt one more baby. Okay, and July 1st for Canada Day. So maybe I need to post the sale on the 1st and run it through the 6th so that it's for Canada Day and for Independence Day here. Because I have lots of people who support me in Canada and I want to, do nice things for everybody.
Well, you can just call it an independence sale and you'll make everybody happy.
Yeah. I found a dog.
It will work for your birthday too, because it's your independence from the womb.
Yeah.
On this day, I stopped being a parasite.
Thank you, Maya. So I found a dog who has been stabbed because their owner was trying to get them to stop barking. And I want to adopt that dog. That dog is in recovery right now, but I'm adopting 2 dogs. When I lose Daisy, I've decided, because my other dog is 14 and has Cushing's disease. Yeah, independence and birthday sale. It's just hard when we lose anyone who we love. I lost my other dog, and when I lost my other dog, Ashley, my friend Ashley, was there for me, and her dog Bailey had passed away. So that's how Ashley and I became friends. So I want to adopt 2. Daisy was abused, and I would like to adopt 1 or 2 dogs who have been who've had it rough, because that's what I do. So will be opening my home and my heart, as hard as it's going to be, because you know, when I adopted Bailey, I cried because I missed my dog who had died. But I love Bailey more than anything now. So it's always hard, but it's always worth it. The love that they give is, oh my God, it's the middle of the night, Emily. Hi. I was actually just talking
That's
about
usually
Daisy.
me.
Yeah,
That's
she's in
usually
the
me making stuff.
UK. It's like 4 in the morning there.
We literally could not be farther apart.
So Emily is another cruelty-free creator. I put her in my story along with Vegan Brie and Susie B, and I put cruelty-free sisterhood. So,
I remember that story.
Yeah, we have to help the animals. Yes, and I have to open my heart. I mean, I have been hugging and holding my baby every day and telling her how much I love her. And yeah, so I didn't use the radioactive palette yet, but I am going to use it on the bottom. I use the Galactic palette, and it does look gray. It does look gray.
It looks blue to me.
Oh, does it? To me over here, it looks gray with a blue shift.
Okay. I believe you.
I mean, it's got a purple shift too. It's just a multi-chrome. So, yeah, it's...
Yeah, and you haven't made a silver. You should make a silver.
Gray blue. Okay, we're going to go with gray blue. This is my interpretation of the asexual flag.
You make it your own.
This is my interpretation. Emily, thank you so much.
Whereas I have used nothing but the radioactive palette.
Okay, so I'm gonna recreate your look.
Do it.
I'm gonna recreate your look. I'm gonna rewatch this and I'm gonna recreate this.
It was amazingly easy. I mean, you've done nothing but your eyes, and you're not even done yet. And I'm putting on lipstick, which is my last step.
I'm pretty slow. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to entertain everybody. Is that okay?
Oh, I'm great at entertaining.
I know you are. I know you are. Okay, so Kayena says blue. Bree says gray blue. Well, I try.
If it's the colors that you have to work with, then it doesn't really matter.
I don't have a gray eyeshadow anywhere, so I did what I could. Not in one of my palettes and not in any palette. I don't own the Orgy palette from Jeffree Star.
Why would you?
I don't have any. I mean, actually, I think I might have one or two other palettes. Kana. Did I get it right? Kana? Thank you for correcting me. So
if you're gonna get a gray palette,
can
I make a couple of suggestions?
Please.
Like if you just want one for the gray.
Yeah.
For the gray, just to fill a hole in your makeup lineup.
Yeah.
Smoke Show by ColourPop. Seriously.
That's the one I need to get.
This is the one you need to get. This silver here.
Oh, yeah.
This silver here made me fall in love with makeup.
Very pretty. Very pretty and affordable.
Yes. Look at this. Okay. I barely touched it.
Ooh.
Isn't that just orgasmic?
If I had that, that's what I would have used.
Yeah. You need this one. The only bad thing about it, which you already have a good matte black anyway, is the supposedly matte black in here is matte with sparkles, which I'm not into.
Oh, yeah.
But everything else in here is to die for. So one kind of shade.
I do have silver bells in that time of year. I forgot. Actually reminded me I have a silver. I forgot.
I forgot time of year even existed. That was okay. I'm sorry. Not to be a Scrooge, but I kind of hate Christmas. I love Christmas. I just don't like the color story the over commercialization.
Yeah.
Christmas songs drive me insane because they haven't come out with a new one in the last 100 years. But that time of year was so perfectly so perfectly, like, it took me back to the glitz and glamour of when it was turning the new millennium and everything was gold and silver. You know, it just you married the New Year and Christmas together in all the best possible ways.
We tried to make it. Thank you. We tried to make it to where it was not a Christmas palette, but it was more of like a holiday, New Year, end of year. Like,
you did so well. There is, because I hate it when people just like focus on Christmas and it's just red and green and that's it. I'm like, okay, but what about snow and silver bells and golden sleighs? And like, there is so much. The thing about the holiday season is there's so much like emotion to it, and it feels like when people make make Christmas palettes, they're making a Christmas palette to sell a Christmas palette. Whereas it felt like you made that out of a true love for that time of year.
That's why we called it that time of year and not Christmas or Halloween 24/7. Well, I have a sick Halloween palette coming with Doodles by the Bunny. Sick.
Oh.
I mean, it's going to be the best. I think it's going to be even better than Radioactive. I'll just be honest.
Well, I mean, the only way you can get better than Radioactive is with some ooky spooky vibes. So, I mean, it's
going to be tough. The Radioactive palette's really good.
I mean, I love it. I'm in love already. There are a few shades I didn't get to use, and that makes me a little sad that there's physically no more space on my eyeballs. Yeah, like Ultraviolet looks incredible.
I'm putting Ultraviolet on my lid here in a minute.
It is actually easier for me to just list the ones that I didn't use. I didn't use Elemental, Gamma Ray, Ultraviolet, or Curie. So I used about 60% of the palette.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty great. Yeah, I used High Energy on my bottom lid, and then I used Nucleus to kind of blend out the top here because it's a pink with a lavender shift, whereas Gamma Ray is a pink with a gold shift, which I love. It gives me so much Barbie, but in the like best way.
Well, I am going to use one of those purple shades from Radioactive under my lash line. I don't know which one, but it should not take me that long to finish now that I did the top of my eyes.
You're not being timed. I'm just kind of impressed that I did that quickly, and I think that it is really a testament to how wonderful your palette is. Watch me just.
It's a testament to you. You're just being nice.
No, I'm not. Okay. If these colors did not blend so well together, this would have taken much longer.
Well, Emily, I would love for you to get the Radioactive palette, but I do not want anyone to put themselves into a, financial hardship for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just grateful for your support, and
you can't eat makeup. Well, I mean, I guess you could technically, but you really, really shouldn't.
It wouldn't be a good idea.
It would not be a good idea. Don't do that.
It is vegan and it is cruelty free, but I don't think it's edible.
I don't know. It's minerals. And it's not the kind that your body needs either.
No. Somebody asked me if it had that stuff that is made by bugs that
Caramine.
Yes. And it doesn't have that, and I forgot what that stuff was called. And that is the stuff that they put in to make reds, and I always forget what it's called because I don't use it. But the Halloween palette's going to be bomb.
You could not tell with this red, with Electro Love,
Yeah.
It is quite red. I think it has a little bit, just after having used it, has a little tiny bit of a orange lean to it, but that really worked in my favor using a green for a yellow.
It does have orange, and it also has some pink specks. It has a few little pink specks.
Yeah, I see that.
So, I mean, a lot of people are getting the palette just for that shade. But yes, no to the, I call it Beetlejuice because Starbucks used to put that stuff in their drinks.
Technically, it's beetle dust.
So disgusting.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, we eat bugs all the time. The FDA has a a threshold for how much foreign material can be in our food. So, I mean,
that is so disgusting. I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat that. Like, I don't want that in my food. I'm trying to eat.
It's virtually unavoidable, even if you make your own food at home.
Yeah.
It's virtually unavoidable. So, I mean, you can do your best to not purposefully put it in your food.
Oh, I do. I do my best.
But also, bugs are considered food in a good portion of the world.
I know they are.
They're not bad for you. They're just a little creepy.
No, there are a lot of us on the vegan soapbox here. We have several people in this chat who are vegan. Manuela's vegan. Emily's vegan. You're vegan. I'm mostly vegan. I mean, I just find it incredibly disgusting, you know? I mean, I'm vegetarian and I mostly am vegan. The only thing I eat now and again is cheese. I don't drink milk. I don't eat meat. Most of the time today all I've had is Orgain. No animals for me, you know.
I'm a big seafood eater.
I'm not here to judge anyone.
I don't think that I agree that I don't believe that animal cruelty has any place in our food chain. We are far too advanced for that.
Yeah.
But especially living on an island, I don't have much choice as to where my food comes from.
It's hard.
I mean, it's hard because it is such a small island. Most of my food is grown, butchered here on island. There are a few items that we pick up from the BX that are imported from America, things like peanut butter, because peanut butter isn't really a thing here.
Oh my God, I'm sorry you're on dialysis. That's got to be incredibly difficult. And as you're saying, it is difficult to, like, where you live has an impact on what you eat. And I mean, I live in Texas. It's not difficult to be a vegan in Texas. It's easy.
We have in Austin.
In Austin. I mean, Austin is one of the most liberal, one of the most accepting, one of the most vegan friendly places on the planet, I want to say. I went to see my husband in France. That place is not vegan friendly. Okay. That place, I had a really hard time when I was in France. I mean, it was hard to find things, even if it didn't have meat. It all had cheese, you know.
They say that we're bad for cheese as Americans. Like, where do you think we learned it from?
I mean, even if I got something that didn't have meat, it had cheese. Everything. It was tough. Yeah, I mean, you've got to have your protein. Cana. I really hope I said it correctly this time. You've got to have protein. You've got to take care of yourself.
I do think that when it comes down to it, it is more important to maintain your health than necessarily a political stance. So it's like, if you can, great. If you physically cannot, because you're on dialysis, because you live on a tiny island, you shouldn't kick yourself up. You shouldn't beat yourself up about it, because that is just not a choice that's available to you. A lot of meat upsets my stomach. So
me too. It makes me sick.
Yeah. So I tried going vegetarian when I was 16, and then I got toxic shock, and I was like, yeah, I should probably be getting, lots of protein in my diet to recover from this. And like I said, my family was very poor. We didn't have vegan options. So by not eating meat, I was just not eating protein. But 16-year-olds, they don't know nothing.
And when you're growing, you need different things. So
yeah,
I mean, I eat a lot of chickpeas, hummus. I eat a lot of black beans. I eat.
Yeah, there are definitely certain plants that contain protein, and beans being a big one. I end up cooking with a lot of beans because I don't cook with a lot of meat. If my husband wants meat, he's usually the one that cooks it, because I just plain forget. I like veggies and I like tofu, but I definitely wouldn't call myself a vegetarian, but I'm definitely anti-animal cruelty.
Well, so I don't like fish, so I don't eat fish simply because I don't like it.
Yeah,
beef makes me sick. I do not eat pork. I just will not eat it because I would have a pig as a pet, so I'm not going to eat that, And when I was in France, I really struggled. And the time before, the trip before this trip, when I went to visit my husband, it wasn't the last trip I was in Europe visiting him, but it was the last one that I was in France. We stayed at a hotel the last 2 nights in Paris, and I did not leave the hotel. I was just stuck there because there was a hurricane in North Carolina that delayed my flight. And they did not have anything to eat, really, but lettuce, bread, and meat. That was pretty much it. Just lettuce, bread, and meat. So I ate lettuce and bread. Because they had like duck and rabbit and...
Yeah, and that is the other thing. If you're vegetarian or vegan for, a good number of years, your body will stop reacting very well at all to meats, to meat proteins. So like if you're in that situation, it would be better for you to go without for a short time than totally mess up your stomach.
I really think that that's the same for a lot of things. Like I didn't eat sugar for a long time. Once, like I didn't eat sugar for like 6 months. And then I went back and had sugar and I got sick. So, or if you don't eat fried foods and then you go and you eat fried foods after a long period of time. I mean, I think it's just the same with, I don't think it's going to happen to you if you eat spinach, but maybe. I don't know. I really don't know, but.
Well, it's kind of like how if you don't have enough beans in your diet, they make you fart a lot. There's lots of foods that your body needs to be consistently accustomed to. Sina, I have also been in the place where you can't have potassium. One surprising source of potassium. So like your potassium levels are super high. One thing that you can't have, orange soda.
I have no idea.
Yeah. After toxic shock, because my fever was so high, it killed a lot of my red blood cells, and dead red blood cells produce high levels of potassium in your body. So they're like, yeah, if you ticked up one more number, you'd be dead. So no bananas, no orange soda, none of that until we get these down. So even now, I'm like, I don't know. And I tend to only consume those things in pretty extreme moderation because it's a little scary.
So I actually take, good night, Mindy. Thank you for being here. I take spironolactone and I take Yasmin because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome.
I also take Yasmin.
Okay, so I cannot have a lot of potassium anyway because those are potassium sparing diuretics. So I have to watch I can't eat a bunch of bananas. Like I can have a banana here and there, but they hold your potassium in your body. So I can't have a bunch of potassium as it is. So
let me tell you, before you come visit, go on like a potassium diet, because the bananas here, I kid you not, they are an entirely different experience.
I will. Steven, you're back.
Steven's back! Yay! Yeah,
Our bestie's back.
I don't understand all the food coloring that we put in our foods. Like, it is truly ridiculous.
Well, I
Brussels
do
sprouts
have...
are delicious. Have you ever had caramelized Brussels sprouts? Oh, caramelized onions. Oh.
I do have Hashimoto's thyroiditis also, but I don't eat Brussels sprouts.
Lacey has Hashimoto's. I knew you both had an autoimmune disease. I didn't know you had the same one. You and Lacey will get along so well. I can't wait for you guys to meet.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have Hashimoto's, I have PCOS, and I have connective tissue disorder. And I have a feeling I might have other autoimmune disorders that I don't know about, but
they hide behind each other.
They do. I just haven't been to a rheumatologist in a while, and I haven't been. I mean, I don't want to say I haven't been focused on it, because I have.
How can you not be allowed sushi anymore? No.
Yeah, right? Ashley has Hashimoto's. I gotta tell you, Ashley, Hashimoto's has been very, very hard. I don't know about you, but it has been incredibly difficult for me, especially lately, because I feel really tired a lot of the time. I mean, I feel really tired. Like, I want to try to do a live once a week. If you're interested, Queer Mom Acing It.
I would love to. Like, I have been having a really hard time waking up lately, because I have extreme insomnia. I actually physically cannot sleep without medical intervention. Yeah.
I had that for a while. Too.
I've had it since I was born.
I had to take gabapentin too.
I'm currently taking Ambien, and my doctor wants to get me off of it because it's not meant for long time use. I'm starting to have memory problems and stuff. But I'm having other health problems that are getting triggered by the other sleep medications that we've been trying. So trying new sleep medications is currently put on hold until we figure out what else is going on with my body, which is a time-honored puzzle. Have you tried brown noise? Is that okay?
Brown noise is my favorite. Brown noise is better than white noise. Is it
like the brown note that's supposed to make you poop yourself, or is it like white noise that drowns everything out?
It helps you sleep.
So it's like white noise.
But it's better.
Okay, I can't do that. When my ADD latches on to repetitive sounds like you would not believe.
Oh, well, it helped me.
Yeah, there are a lot of different types of insomnia, and it has a lot of different triggers. It's basically nausea. It could mean anything.
No, I understand. I understand 100%.
Anything. It's for ADD. Yeah, so that's been super fun. So, but it sometimes makes it to where I have a hard time getting out of bed. But like, I've been so excited for this. I was like, yes, let's get up, let's do this. And here I am. If you want to do more of this, I am absolutely down. I have nowhere to go I have nowhere to be today, nowhere to go, no one to see, but I look fantastic.
You do. I'm gonna just wash this off and get in bed. So
right. Oh my goodness. Every single time I've glued my brows down, as soon as I was done with the look, because I have to go wash my face. I mean, I live in Japan. It's not like I'm gonna leave the house with my brows glued down. I mean, I'm an inch taller than the national average for men in this country, and I present very AFAB. So yeah, I'm 5'8". I get stared at. I don't.
Hashimoto's is a bear. I agree, Maya. It is just. It's rough.
Yeah, that's how Lacey describes it too. I keep talking about Lacey, but like that's my closest connection to Hashimoto's and like what it does to people.
And now you have me.
And now I have you. I'm just collecting my Hashimoto's.
And you have Ashley, and you have Maya, and you have all of these other lovelies.
Oh, I mean, 5'11", you know the feeling then.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, as a short girl, you don't know the struggle. The just camaraderie that comes along with, you are also a tall woman. Like, it is everything. It is everything.
So what's the national average in Japan for
women?
Or for a man? Like, well, how tall are you? I mean, what's the...
Okay, so the national average for men in Japan is 5'5".
Oh.
I'm 5'8".
Okay. So you
women,
definitely
definitely
got that
women
beat.
are between 5'2" and 5'3".
Yeah.
Whereas in the States, the national average for men is 5'9", and for women it is 5'5".
Yeah, so, I think I'm 5'4".
I'm solidly tall. Just objectively, I'm tall. I used a super dark blush today, and I'm loving it. I'm trying to be more adventurous with my blushes.
I love that. I didn't know you were 5'11".
It's hard to tell on the internet. I wish I was 5'8". Why? Do you want to be the little spoon?
Ashley towers over me. How did I not know that?
Well, how would you? We only know people from like basically the boobs up.
I know. I don't know how I didn't know.
That funny. A tall girl in heels is like, step on me, mommy.
I always loved how Nicole Kidman, when she was married to Tom Cruise, would get out in those heels and she didn't care.
Yeah, well, they also didn't have a whole lot of say over what they wore because the church controlled them.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Oh, the last I heard it was 5'5", but it could be 5'4". The U.S. is hard because we are such a melting pot. So we've just got a lot of like other nations' averages that are being averaged into each other. In my head, I'm a Twinkie forest nymph. Okay, but that actually describes him pretty well. I called it on my last live. I called him a sultry professional, but I did in the breath before also call him basic. So I mean, I don't know about the Twinkie bit because you're my age, but forest nymph definitely. I can see that, especially since he does all of his YouTube videos with that like houseplant forest behind him and the soothing voice. Oh my goodness. Yes, you're absolute. That's why I married a tall man. Yeah, my husband is 6'1". For those of you who were here at the very beginning of the stream, you saw my kids poke in. They are not the same age. My daughter is 8 and my son is 6. He is a tall boy.
They're so cute, both of them.
I know. I love them so much.
They're adorable.
I'm 5'4". Them myself. I grew them inside me and then pushed them out, and it was not fun, but I like having them.
I don't have any kiddos, so I will just what's it called? Yours are gonna be like my godchildren.
Okay. My kids love like everybody. And they will not be in Texas, but
that's okay. That's okay.
Lacey is basically my sister, and her kids will be there because her husband will be doing training. He might be there at some point, but we don't know. We're planning on, I don't know how much you want to hang out or whatever, but even if you can only come up with the day, we're planning on having like a makeup party
Ooh,
Just
yeah.
sitting around, all doing our makeup, doing something fun. Laura really wants us to do drag because we've been wanting to do drag for a while, and I know you've been wanting to try it out, and it might be really fun to have some experience. So the next time that Elena wants you to do drag with her, you have a little bit more experience. We'll teach you how to block out your brow. I will teach everyone how to block out their brow. And yeah, we'll just like put out, you know, the collection of makeup. One of her girls is very into that sort of stuff. The other one, she is a bit more on the antisocial side of autistic. So she might make an appearance. She might not. We might have to like kind of push her into it because sometimes you need social interaction, especially
well, that's
during
okay.
summer.
Yeah,
So,
we're okay. We are, you know, here to support and just be nice, and whatever people are comfortable with is totally fine.
That lip shade with that eye look.
Ooh la la. So this is
all
just
you need
a lip
to do
liner.
is block out your brows and you're already dragging it up, my dear. Those overdrawn lips are everything.
It's so funny when people on Instagram will say they like my lips, and I'm like, these are not my lips. This is lipstick.
Unless they're absolutely stupid, they mean your lip shape, the one that you have created.
They do. And I'm like, anybody can have this. And you don't need lip injections. All you got to do is just.
There are some people like myself. I have a nice hairy upper lip, which is fantastic when I am doing like a gender fuck or a drag queen or drag king look. Just emphasize the hair that's already there.
Well, I feel like we all have a hairy upper lip. I mean, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I take medication that kind of like, you know, helps with that. But
my I can't overdraw my lips. It looks ridiculous on me.
Well, I'm going to show you how when I see you. I'm going to show you how. And
I know how. I just don't know how it looks.
I mean, I feel like the key is to make sure that you overdraw the center and you do not overdraw the sides. If you overdraw the sides, you're going to look like a duck. If you overdraw just not that ducks aren't cute, because they are, but I think the duck cuteness is cute on ducks and not on us.
All I want in life is just to be a mid-2000s selfie girl. Okay, but first, let me take a selfie.
No, I'm good. I got to clean up the sides anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm being ridiculous. My beard gets in the way of lipstick. Yeah, I could absolutely see that. Steven, oh my gosh, I would love for you to do like a live or a YouTube or whatever, just showing how you apply foundation with facial hair.
Yeah.
Because you always get it looking so good. And like, I have a hard time just not covering my eyebrows completely when I do that. So it's like, I'm fascinated by the process.
It is. It would be nice to see that. Yeah, I mean, I have a mustache too.
Yeah, my father's great grandmother was a freed African slave. So we're completely white now. I would never say I'm black. Don't get me wrong. I just have some of those genes in there, like the ones for dark body hair.
You do still have those genes.
Yeah. So I have dark body hair. So like I did a TikTok forever ago where I had just plucked my eyebrows. So I decided to draw back on all the places that I have to pluck dark hair from. And I look like a wolf man because my eyebrows grow up to about here and they grow completely into my hairline over here. This hairline grows all the way down over here. And then I have a nice thick mustache
Well,
So
I have a
I
mustache
have a very hairy
also,
face.
and I have PCOS, so I have hair growing here. So
Yeah, I just have two. I have
no,
two.
I have several. I have
Yeah.
several. You're in good company.
And every woman in my family, by the time that they're 50, is battling a full-on mustache.
Yeah.
My great aunt, she shaved it for like 5 years, and then she decided, who gives a fuck? I'm not taking, no.
Yeah, it's just like, you know what?
No, well, I mean, her husband died. So like, there is a freedom that comes with knowing you are never looking for love again. You know, you don't care what other
I
people.
agree with that 100%. I will tell you, I mean, I am married. This is my second time being married, and I am done.
Your first healthy relationship.
It's my first healthy relationship in my whole entire life. And if something happens, well, I was going to say to my husband or to me, well, obviously, if something happens to me, I'm done. I mean,
Seeking love in the
I mean, if
afterlife.
I kick the bucket, I won't be here anymore. So,
Yeah.
you know, we can say goodbye to whatever Halloween palette I'm planning and everything else. But if something happens to my husband, God forbid.
You heard it here first. Christina will be releasing her Halloween palette from Beyond the Grave. Just to add that.
I will just have to have Nicole take over, because Steven and Nicole, because that'll be it for me. Please, you know, please.
Well, you know what? If you go too soon, you are more than welcome to haunt me. I need to get my phone charger. My phone's at 2%. So give me a second.
Okay. I need to actually plug mine in too. I'm almost done. But yeah, I have no interest in ever like trying to meet anybody again. I've had it with that. So if it doesn't work out, that's it for me.
Yeah, my husband is definitely my forever partner. For one thing, we are both far too stubborn and in love to ever like separate. Like we're it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my husband too.
And I mean we've been together for 13 years now. So, I mean,
Steven said, "Why am I releasing a palette from Beyond the Grave?" No,
because the world needs a Gourmande Girls Halloween palette, and it will happen. Come hell or high water, come hell or heaven, it will happen. Oh my goodness, I am so white. I was just talking to Jordan of Fantasy Cosmetica.
Yeah.
The other day, and she was showing some of the things that she has panned, and one of the things that she has panned is this exact blush, and I'm like, is that the Matchmaker from the ColourPop Mulan collection? And she's like, it is. She's like, it was my favorite blush bronzer for a while. I'm like, I too use that as a bronzer. I'm so freaking pale. In order to get bronzers that are not just horrifically too dark for me, I just have to use brown blushes. She turned me on to a new technique of mixing a pale pink in with a darker,
that's smart,
too warm bronzer in order to make it work. So I've got quite a few very lovely bronzers that I cannot wait to try that with.
Heck yeah.
Have you spoken to her at all?
No, I should offer to do a giveaway with her or something.
Oh yeah, she is so sweet. Have you tried her Druid palette?
No, but I've heard really good things about it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'll send her a DM. Maybe I'll put you in a DM.
Absolutely, you should do that. She has been like so kind. She kind of did a bit what you did, but to a less extreme degree, because girl, when you do a thing, you do it hard.
Yeah.
Japanese makeup brands are more non-existent, really. I've tried my favorite makeup thing from Japan is actually these makeup brushes that I get from Daiso, which is the Japanese dollar store. These here, each one is 100 yen, which is right now like 98 cents in American money.
Yeah.
And they are fantastic. If you've ever used Wet n Wild's brushes or Early Elf brushes, they feel like that. They're definitely synthetic, but they are awesome. I love them. And you can order them online. There will be an additional shipping cost because obviously international shipping.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite beauty product from Japan that I bought. And everything else, Japan is really into Korean makeup.
Oh, yeah.
So, and as with honestly a lot of makeup that comes from America, it actually comes from China. So the most popular brand that I've run into and one I absolutely love is ZC Cosmetics, which I'm sure y'all have heard of them.
Which brand?
ZC. It's the powder I'm using. It's spelled like this. Yeah, this is their Silk Shimmer Pressed Powder. It just, I can cake on makeup and can do a full-on drag face. And I put this on and it's like I'm not wearing anything. I will go out into the 90% humidity and it lasts all day. It is fantastic.
Beautiful.
So,
okay, Steven.
They do have really pretty packaging. I have 2 of their palettes from their collaboration with the British Museum. I don't know if they have names, to be entirely honest, because most of the information is in Chinese. But I was obsessed with ancient Egypt as a kid. And these are amazingly pigmented. Yes, then this one here that has Bassett on it is actually my favorite because of all of these gold tones. It's truly amazing. So I don't think that we in the West, because ZC is definitely branching out towards the Western market, and I don't think we give them enough credit because it's definitely Western pigmentation. Yes. The glitters in there are more of what we would probably refer to as a shimmer topper shade. And that is because oh my goodness, sound off in the chat if you were obsessed with Egyptology as a child.
Cleopatra, especially. For me, especially Cleopatra.
My pet goat was named Cleopatra.
Aw.
Yeah. Yes. That's how country I am. I had a pet goat.
That's so cute.
I have a separate drawer for my Korean pigmentation makeup, but a lower lid wet translucent shimmer is everything here. It's what all the models are wearing. It's what all the K-pop stars are wearing. And now I wear shimmers on my lower lid because it is truly amazing. So yeah, that is my big favorite as far as Japanese makeup goes. I'm taking, and in the true American way, I am taking the bits that I like the most about it and applying it towards my my completed makeup.
Oh my God, I've made a mess of my lips.
You look really unhappy about it.
Yeah.
Oh no. All your tattoos are Egyptian? Oh, I love that. Oh. Favorite show, Stargate. Yes. I never finished. I'm sorry. But what I saw, I did love. I have a number of tattoos myself. I have this one here, which is with my 3 best friends. So Laura and Lacey, who Christina is at least aware of. They also have this tattoo. It is of the 4 elements. And each one of us has a different element with our star sign. And as a Leo, I'm a fire sign. So mine is colored in here. And then they each have theirs colored in. Yes, the color story is very Egyptian. Egyptian is where we, ancient Egypt is where we get the concept of lipstick and nail polish. They would take those beetles and they would grind them up and use them to stain their lips and stain their nails.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Basically everything you love started in Africa. And then I have a rose here. It covers some self-inflicted scarring, but my daughter's name is also Rose.
Ooh.
And I have a brontosaurus that is famously hard to show because he wraps all the way around my arm, and there's his little face. He's
beautiful.
Just super happy
I don't think I knew you had those.
Probably not, because you really only see my hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is for my son, and I also was obsessed with dinosaurs as a child. So, oh, you know what? I know a little girl named, I say a little girl, she's in college now, but a little girl named Isis. That was before the whole terrorist group became like a huge thing. But it's after the Egyptian goddess of rebirth, isn't it? Oh, I'm so rusty. But the eye of Horus and the eye of Ra are iconic. I was so obsessed with them in my secret emo days. Man. I'm still obsessed with dinos, clearly, obviously.
Yeah, Ashley's Vivacious palette has Ashley Eats Dinos on the palette cover.
I know. I love that. Though when I hear that such a powerful goddess, yes, absolutely.
So cute.
When I hear Ashley Eats Dinos, I definitely think Dino Nuggies.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think. I picture Ashley over there sitting cross-legged and just chowing down Dino Nuggies. That is what brings to my mind. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but it entertains me.
I'm not messing with my lips anymore. That's done. Okay. I'm done, except for I need to put on mascara, but I can do that after the live.
Or not do it at all because you're just going to take it off.
I'll do it for the photos. Because I'm posting both of us. Are you going to take photos of this?
Take photos of what?
Of your look.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm going to post both of us.
You think I'm going to put work into something and not post pictures
exactly.
of it? This existed. Not. It's as Alaska Thunderfox says. Do you think I would look like this just to exist in your feeble memory? Take a picture and I last forever.
Thank you. So I'm going to put on my wig. I mean, maybe I'll just put on the mascara. We've been live for 2 hours. Usually I go live for 3.
I know. That's why I wasn't super worried. But usually I have to worry about either getting out of the house or Instagram live cutting me off, which it's done a few times because it only lets.
Well, I think after this, maybe I'll jump on Instagram if you want to come for a few minutes, but I don't know if you have time, and I don't know if we should.
Oh, I have time. It's only lunchtime. What's up?
Okay.
Yes, but do not have too much because Daddy will be very sad if he doesn't get any. Okay?
Oh, 30's not old. My God.
Do you want to show Christina your makeup?
Sure.
Rosalind did her makeup.
Ooh, I love it.
Purple freckles. Did you give your
pretty?
Are those butterfly cheeks?
Yeah.
Like the Rainbow Family?
Yeah.
If you have seen Star versus the Powers of Evil, the family has shapes on their cheeks, and she's been very into that look. All right. I love you.
Love your rosy cheeks.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And I did this.
You did different shades. Look at this icon. This icon, she did separate shades of lipstick for the top and bottom.
I love that.
Oh
That's
my
very
goodness.
creative.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, sweetheart. All right, go get yourself some lemonade, okay?
Okay. I got the freckle idea from you.
I know. She saw me do freckles for my Goblin Core photos for
Aw, thank you, Manuela.
for Squeaker's Nut House, and she's been obsessed with them ever since.
That's so cute.
I know.
Cute.
I'm very proud of her. She has her own makeup collection.
I'm proud of her too.
What?
I'm proud of her too.
I've been letting her set loose. You should see the stuff she does with eyeliner. Like,
Yes. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna plug in my phone real quick, and I am gonna put on mascara because we're still chatting. We're still chatting, so
yeah.
My lips are still screwed up, but I feel like I'm over it.
I've 100% been there.
I'm just like, you know what?
I cannot stop looking at my eyes. I love this palette so much.
I love your eyes.
Ugh. Like my eyeballs or the eye look, because both of them are stunning.
Oh.
Thank you,
Both.
grandmother.
I love both. Okay, let me see. I gotta plug this in real quickie.
Oh, thank you, Lorna. Yeah. Thank you, Lorna.
Thank you, Lorna. You're so sweet.
Ugh.
Lorna is the best. I swear. So supportive and so kind. Okay.
We stand that. We stand that. You're an instant fave.
We do. We absolutely.
I love makeup so much. I mean, I know that's what we're all here for, but like the artistry, the drama, I love it so much. It's so much fun.
It is so fun.
Oh my goodness. I don't understand. Like, I know that I spend all my time on my eyes and then just slap everything else on. 100%. Like the most time I spend on any other part of my face is just deciding what blush goes with the eye look I am intending to do that day. That's really and truly it. I spent so long in the 2000s doing the same eye look over and over and over and over and over again, and only browns because I have brown eyes, and so therefore I can only Oh, bye, Ashley. I can't wait to see the dino look.
Bye, Ashley.
I don't even bother with my hair. Girl, why do you think I wear a ponytail in all of my pictures? It's too short to be long and too long to be short. So it is ponytail time. Ponytail time. Which isn't terrible. It keeps my hair out of my face while I do my makeup. And then I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm having a good hair day because it's ponytails.
Oh my God, that took forever.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took me so long to plug that in.
Do you think that with the absolute words that were coming out of my mouth, I even noticed you were gone?
No.
Oh,
no,
I
don't.
This has been just goofing me up because my picture is flopped, so it's like true to life, but that means that when I move right, I move left.
I'm back down here because I have to plug my mirror back in.
Yes, in the 90s I wore black and brown eyeshadow only. Lorna, that is the absolute truth of the situation. Okay. So my very first rainbow palette, and can you believe this was my first rainbow palette. This is the original Matte Brights 42 palette from Beauty Bay.
Ooh.
And I thought this was it. I didn't need anything else. I purchased this thinking this is it. This is all the colors I will ever want or need. And it was all downhill from there.
I was going to say, well, we know how that turned out.
We know how that turned
Bree
out.
asked me, I don't know if Bree's still here. Bree asked me if I could give some hints about the Halloween palette, and I didn't mean to not answer. I just got
she hasn't commented in a little while, but that doesn't mean she's not here.
She may have left. I'll wait and see if she comments and if she's still here. And if she left, then that's okay. I can save it for a next live.
Bree, if you're still here, we'll get out this. Okay, calling.
And if not, that's
YouTube. Bree,
no, that's okay. It's an hour later. It's an hour later where Bree is.
She's here.
Ah!
Power of YouTube voodoo.
Come through, Bree. Okay, so
I'm sorry. I had my hands on my additional phone down here, like it was a Ouija board, and I'm like moving it around, summoning Bree.
Bree,
so
come
if my
through.
bathroom gets haunted, I am blaming Bree. It'll be haunted by the ghost of Bree.
Lorna, your looks are beautiful too, girl. So the Halloween palette, Doodles by the Bunny designed the packaging, and she also designed the color story. And I believe that what we ended up doing, the color story, like the shadows match the color story just about exactly, because you have to have the factory make the shadows, so it's not always easy to have it match exactly. But I think that these shadows match almost exactly. So it's got mattes, it's got one shimmer, and then the rest are duochromes or multichromes. It's got a black matte and it's got a white matte, and that's all I'm giving away.
I hope that white is good. I'm sure it will.
It's a good white. It's a good white. They made the white.
When I was putting my asexual makeup look together, I ended up having to use white liner because I could not. I tried every matte white I had, and none of them were up to snuff. So you say it's got a matte white? I'm like,
and a matte black, and I will say one more thing besides. So the pans on the inside, okay, and the what am I trying to say? So the outside of the palette was designed by Doodles. The inside,
I know that name. Who else has she designed palettes for?
Me. So she designed the C'est L'Amour palette for me. So this palette here was designed by Doodles by the Bunny.
Okay.
So you can see that I'm sorry, my palette has been used. I was just using it tonight. But this special shade I mixed black and the shade together, and it's a duochrome that's not in any other palette anywhere, and it's super beautiful. And these ones are all embossed, and you can see the Eiffel Tower is running through the middle. So I'm going to all square pans. Somebody asked, I think it was Mindy who asked if I'm going to have another all chrome palette come out, and I am. So that one's, I think, almost done now. I'm not totally sure. But the new all chrome palette is going to be 12 shades. It's going to be more pastel-y. More like
I love a pastel chrome.
I do too. Everybody knows that.
I really like using them as my inner corner.
Yes, she designs fantasy palettes, and then some of them have been made into reality. So the C'est L'Amour palette, so it's going to be the same, it's going to be this a rectangular, whatever you call it, concept. And then when you open it up, the pans are going to be outlined with a color. So each pan will be outlined. So I think that's kind of cool to make the pans pop. And then she chose the shade names. I didn't choose them. I chose these names. So feminine, rosé, rouge. I chose all of these. And my husband helped me because he's French. And I chose the name of this palette. But she chose the name of the Halloween palette. And her name will be on the palette. So it's going to be a little bit different from this one in that she and I actually did a collaboration.
Artist,
her
it
name
was
is
a
on
full-on
it.
collaboration.
Full-on collaboration. So she'll be like posting it on TikTok and posting it on, you know, and she'll probably pin it to her Instagram. But what was I also going to say? So the pans will all be embossed. I'm not sure if the duochromes will be embossed because some duochromes are so soft that it's difficult to emboss them. But all of the mattes, yes. So she does mostly just designs for like fantasy, like but Colored Rain hired her. So Colored Rain is a
That's where I've heard of her before.
Hey Coco, how are you? So Coco is another one of my friends who's on Instagram. So we already finished our looks, but I was just talking about the Halloween palette that's coming.
Yeah, we've moved from doing makeup to discussing makeup.
Yes. I mean, I should put on some mascara. I guess I will.
I'm really warm. Keep talking.
Yes. So also she actually did a design for me for free. And I don't think she's ever done that before because I have a friend who has breast cancer and I will be making a palette with my friend for breast cancer. Like I don't want to really say anything else about it right now. And
but like for like breast cancer awareness or for like donations,
I am going to give a percentage of the sales of the palette to my friend directly. So I'm not going to donate it to a charity. I'm just going to give it to my friend because my friend has, I cannot even begin to imagine what her bills are like. I have given her several $100s. I did a GoFundMe for her. I gave her some money via the GoFundMe and I gave her some money outside of the GoFundMe. I just sent her PayPal. So you can't see all of my donations on the GoFundMe that I did, but I'm planning on making a different, when we did the raffle for Leora, those of you who subscribe to Leora's channel, we did it via Give Butter. Give Butter, we made $5,000 in donations for Leora's brother who is in Ukraine. And he stayed in Ukraine and he helped evacuate people to Poland and he could have left. And he chose not to leave. So we did a giveaway for him. I can only imagine that her bills are in the hundreds of thousands because that's the way it is in the United States. So when I told Angela, Doodles by the Bunny, because she offered to do the artwork for this one for me, and I had already done it, and I did it myself, and let's face it, it's pretty basic.
But I also love it because it's so extra on the inside.
Yeah, the inside is honestly just like M81's my favorite shade in this one.
I mean, you made a choice. You made a choice, and honestly, because of what's inside, it doesn't come off as like.
No.
But it just.
And it
I
matches.
love it.
It matches. I mean, the artwork matches what's.
Yeah.
Yeah, one dialysis treatment's 11. See, I want to do more.
Talk about having fully loved a palette. Mine
is too. This is my second one that I've gone through, that I'm going through. I already went through the first one. And I already am going through my second radioactive palette too. So
I was gonna say you lucky duck, but it's your palette, so I mean obvious. Yeah. One dialysis treatment is $11,000.
It's terrible. I mean, I had to have surgery on my sinuses. That was like $12,000. I had to have, Galactic is so cute, Coco. You would love it and you would slay it. I really need to find somebody with dark skin to swatch my palettes for me. If anybody knows Coco gave me some feedback on my Sailor Moore palette that the swatches were like too perfect. And I agree. The swatches don't really look real, the ones that are on my website. So I need somebody who can do realistic swatches. My friend Kayla does really good realistic swatches, but she's very light. So I need somebody who is darker because I want to, and I need to be inclusive, obviously. And I'm looking. So I'm like searching, swatch artists, dark POC, WOC, MUA, and all that kind of stuff. So if any, hi Ashley. Yeah, Chip could maybe do it, but Chip is on so many PR lists, and Chip is so, like, her time is so, I think she has her baby and she got a job. So I just don't know that she has time. I'll ask her. So Chip is the only one I know who might be able to do it. But yeah, I'm looking for somebody. I really need somebody to do that. Venus November. Okay, thank you. I need to, like, could somebody write that down for me? I don't have anything. Coco, I'm gonna message you after this because I need to get Venus's handle. And Cinema. I don't care. Size of creator does not matter to me, and it never will. Never has, never will. So yeah, I need that desperately. So
sorry, I'm currently scrolling through people I follow on Instagram to see if I've got anybody that meets those
if anybody
requirements.
Else would like to follow Queer Mom Acing It, they're hi baby. Yes, that would be Nikki or Nicole. Thank you so much, Coco. Yeah, I just really need some swatches for the Galactic Palette, the Radioactive Palette, and then for my palettes that are coming, because I have several coming. I was looking for my other Radioactive palette that is like heavily used, but I don't even know where I put it. All I have here is the new one. The other one, I have like a huge hole in the shade Curie. Huge hole.
Coco says she's going to tag you on
that's perfect.
One of her posts on Instagram.
Thank you. So I'm thinking we are going to make this. I don't want to swatch this one because this one is so pretty and perfect. I don't want to swatch it. I want to swatch my old one. I won't swatch it. Everyone knows it's pretty. Everyone knows it's nice and it looks good. I mean, I wouldn't say that about something if I didn't actually think it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for checking with your sister also. Yeah, I really could use that.
I honestly, so for those of you that have been here since the, since when we were actually doing our makeup, I had not touched this since this stream, and look at how easily these blended together with me having no idea how they were going to turn out. Like,
yes,
you can go into this palette blind and it will still turn out. Like, they are all wonderful and they are so easy to use. Yes, actually, you absolutely need to get the Galactic. The Galactic is, well, it will forever hold a very, very special place in my heart. One, because it's how I met Christina.
It brought us together. And now we're gonna meet in person.
I know.
And you're in Japan, but we're gonna meet in person.
I know. Really so lucky
exciting.
That you live 2 hours from one of my best friends.
Well, and I'm one of your best friends now too. So.
Well, yes.
But you haven't known me that long.
I mean, yeah, but it's like the perfect companion palette. You need a amazing duochrome, an amazing shimmer, an amazing multi-chrome for whatever look you're going for. Galactic has you covered. You want to do something basic, but with a wet shimmer in there.
Look at the wet.
M81 is your bitch.
M81
got you covered.
M81 is my fave in that one, and then High Energy is my favorite in this one. High Energy is, she's everything.
Very obvious. If you want a full example of that, you should check out the look that, actually, it's the look that's in the thumbnail for this video. That very like warm toned, basic, wear it out and about everywhere look that I did using nothing but the Galactic palette. I'm like,
did you use M81?
For easy payments of $9.99.
You're hilarious. Yes.
Yes, Vanna White.
Yes. You used M81, right?
I did. M81 was the main shimmer that I used in the middle. I did Luna on the outer corner, and then Europa on the inner corner, and M81 just blending the two together. And that was what I did. And then I did a baby blue cake liner. And that was it. That was the entire look. And it truly looked amazing.
I agree. So Maya said that Rouge is the best red in her collection with over 500 palettes. And I agree that Rouge from Sailor Moore it's one of my favorite reds. But wait until you get Electro Love from the Radioactive palette, because you are going to be
That is what I have.
Oh my God.
On the inner, well, not the inner corner, but that is that red. It's
Electro Love is crazy. Rouge, though, I have to say, Rouge is like on another level, because
Rouge comes off as a very true vivid red.
It is. There's Rouge.
If you wanted Rouge but metallic, slightly duochromy, then you could absolutely layer Electro Love over that, and it will fulfill all of your dreams.
So maybe I'll do that next. I'll do a look where I do Rouge and then I put Electro Love over it, because that sounds really, really pretty. Also, the shade Noir in the Sailor Moore palette is the best black shade I've ever used in my life.
One thing after Pride Month, obviously, but one thing I've really been wanting to do is to do a series where I do monochromatic looks, just going all the way down. And that would be really fun to do with your products, to show off show off the formula and show off how well these things blend together and the different ways that you can use those colors.
I'm all about it. I appreciate you. So I think we'll make this a weekly. I mean, if you have the time. I don't know if you have the time.
It is summer. I'll have my kids around, but theoretically it is noon on Friday for me.
Yeah.
Just so you know. And I leave for the States just a minute. Let me reconfirm, because I
like monochromatic too.
I love monochromatic.
I do a lot of monochromatic looks, actually.
You do.
This is almost monochromatic here. I mean, it's mostly purple.
You do a lot of pink and purple monochromatic looks.
I mean, this is practically. I tried to make it gray.
You know what? It's inspired by the asexual flag.
I did my take on the asexual flag, and I'm not unhappy with it. I'm not.
No. You shouldn't. You definitely should not be. Hold on. I'm having a hard time remembering what day I'm actually leaving for the States. So I'm looking up that's when I'm going to Texas.
You get here on August 2nd or August 3rd?
I get to Texas on August 2nd.
Okay. So,
and I leave August 9th. So
I will come. I won't come on the 2nd because that's my dad's birthday, but I can come any other day.
Okay, cool. We might all, if you're wanting to join us, we also might take a trip to Six Flags, because we're all roller coaster junkies.
Oh my God, so am I.
Yay! So we might do that. Just so you know.
Yes.
And Laura is a bit jealous if she thinks that her friends are being stolen from her, but she has nothing to fear, and we keep reassuring her.
Well, I'll just be friends with her too. I mean, is that okay?
Exactly. As long as Laura's included, she doesn't have those insecurities. But Lacey is a full-on hobbit. The more the merrier. I will feed you all. She's absolutely so
That's
sweet.
how I am too. I'm the more the merrier. I'm happy to share with everybody.
What is the crying about?
I don't want to make anybody feel insecure, but I'm just here to spread the love. So
Okay, sounds like they're working it out amongst themselves. Okay, so I will be leaving for the States on, I just had it, July 12th. So I'll be leaving for the States for July 12th.
Oh,
so,
you're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, it's a 12-hour flight.
Yeah. It's far.
12-hour flight, and I haven't been home in 2.5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, everything eyeshadow by Mua. That is where mine lives. Also, my mirror is here, and the Galactic Palette is here. Like it lives there because anytime I put it away, I pull it right
Pam,
back out.
how are you?
Yeah, so I'm good until like around about that time because I'll need to be packing and getting ready to leave. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to be communicating with people once I get to the US because my Japanese phone will no longer work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you get a little burner phone when you get here?
I probably will end up doing that.
Like
Getting
a little
burner
prepaid phone
with like a temporary phone with unlimited data, and then I can use it to hotspot my phone with like all my contacts on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, why would I bother giving out a burner phone number when I can just contact everyone that I need to through like Facebook or Instagram or what have you?
Can you use your Japanese phone on internet only?
Yeah.
Then I would just do that. That's what I do when I'm in France.
Except then how am I going to communicate with people when I'm trying to leave the airport or meet them somewhere?
You can't. Well, I mean, most of the airports have internet on them, but
not everywhere has public internet.
That's true.
I did that with my American phone when I visited London with my husband a few years ago. And I mean, it worked for us because we weren't meeting anybody anywhere. But I don't think that will work for the US when I'm trying to coordinate with people, like where we're going to be and all that jazz.
Can you do I mean, when I went to France this time, I did an international plan, and it was $10 a day whenever I used it. And I didn't use it every day, but I had to use it some days.
I don't know. I'll have to talk to my cell phone provider because it's a lot different here than it is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Canada. It is a lot different here. For instance, I actually own my phone as opposed to
like what you do here.
Which is so weird when you think about it. Like, wait, I don't actually own my phone.
Well, if you want, I can go to the store and get you a phone and send it to you so you have it.
It is totally fine. My parents are going to pick me up at the airport.
Okay.
We'll absolutely figure something out. I 100% appreciate you. I love and appreciate you, but
I love you too. I just don't want you to be in a situation where you can't get a hold of people when you get here. I mean, I've traveled so much internationally that I know how, and I've been traveling since I was 20, and you know, I'm 44, and back then we didn't have the same stuff that we have now, and it was challenging. It's challenging.
It is. My husband has been back to the States twice, once to visit his grandmother.
Yeah.
And then once when for her funeral when she passed.
Oh.
So he's had to deal with the cell phone situation twice. So I'm kind of like leaning on his experience because he's tried a couple of different things. So yeah.
44 and fabulous. That's what I say. How much is the shipping to Canada, if you don't mind me asking? Do you know? Because I'm trying to deal with my
broken. That is a shame.
Yeah, I'm trying to deal with my postage rates and making sure that they're not excessive or anything.
Yeah.
Even though it is expensive to ship, but still, I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
You know, competitive and everything.
Yeah, exactly. But you also don't want to undercut yourself as well.
No. I mean, I heard that Glamlight is $60 to ship to Europe. I charge, I think, 20 or 18 to ship one palette to Europe, and like 28 to ship two or something like that.
To be fair, though, I mean, their pan sizes are huge.
Like, but it doesn't cost $60 to ship. I mean, okay. If you buy, I just shipped an order to Australia. She purchased every palette on my website. Every palette on my website. It was $58 to ship the whole order to Australia. $58 to ship the whole entire order. I have an account with UPS. $58. She did not pay for the shipping because her order was $250. And I am happy to ship it for free. Happy.
Oh, yeah. When somebody spends that much money, it's like, no.
Yeah, I can use my phone anywhere too. I just pay. I mean, I activate the internet. I mean, obviously we all can use the internet on our phones. And then I can put it in airplane mode, but usually when I arrive to whatever country I'm going to, I turn it on for that day so that I can get the correct time zone, because it drives me crazy when it's 2 in the afternoon and it says 5 a.m. Like, I cannot stand that. So whenever I arrive, usually it's Europe lately because my husband's in Europe, but I lived in South America for a while. And when I was in South America, the time zone is not that different from the United States.
Depends on where.
It depends on where. In Brazil it is, especially if you're coming from California, which is where I was going from at the time. But the only places I've really been are Europe and South America and Central America and like the islands in the Caribbean.
I have, apart from Antarctica and it's like I have visited nearly every continent.
You lucky duck.
Well, I mean, I've been to I have been to England, so that's Europe. I live in Asia. I've been to South America, and I've lived in North America. So I've really just got Africa and Australia and Antarctica.
So I have never been to Africa, and I want to go on my list. I would love to go to South Africa. I'd love to go to Egypt. I want to go to Morocco, and it's very close to where my husband lives because he lives in southern France, right on the border with Spain. So he's not far. And then, yeah, I've been all over Mexico because I have family in Mexico City. And I've never been to Canada, which is absolutely ridiculous considering I'm in the United States. And I've been to so many other places. In Central America, I've only been to Costa Rica. That's it.
Yeah, I've been to, so then England, obviously Japan.
Yeah.
Obviously America. I've been to Mexico and Canada. So I haven't been to a whole lot of countries. I've been to a crap ton of states. Which, I mean, there is a lot of diversity to be had just within the United States. Chloe says you have a place to stay if you come to BC.
I am coming to see you, and you have a place to stay here. I
gotta say, of all of the what do they call them? Provinces. Of all the Canadian provinces, BC is the one that I'd be most likely to want to visit.
Me too, I think. I have been to a lot of places in Europe. I've been to Italy, Spain, France, Austria, Belgium, UK, Germany. I can't remember. Portugal.
My husband has been to more than me, but
it is a big deal.
Most of them were for the military. There was a few that he visited on vacation, like Germany. But
wow. Europe is such a beautiful place. I'm trying to think where else I've been in Europe. It's hard to list them all, but I've been to the Netherlands. I've been to like Amsterdam. I don't know. I've been to a lot of places in Europe, but
does Alexandra not give you like full on Amsterdam gay vibes?
He gives me Legend of Zelda Link vibes also. Legend of Zelda Link.
He's so European sometimes that it just hurts.
And yet he speaks English just like a Californian.
Well, because you know why that is.
He lived in California.
Because he went to school in California.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I know. We were having a talk. Him and I were talking, and I was just like, "How did you keep it? Like, how did you keep the English?" Because so many people, when they move away from where that language is primarily spoken, they lose it. Like I'm actually from the Pacific Northwest as well. I'm an Oregonian.
I didn't know that. Ashley is in Oregon.
Oh, yay! Whereabouts, Ashley?
I don't know if she's still here. Oh, Ashley, we'll just have to take a trip. We'll just have to take a trip to see my husband's family.
I'm a Valley girl and can't get rid of it. Oh my goodness, that was me in high school. Yes?
That was me in high school too.
I'm still on the phone. I will let you know when I'm
Ashley's
done.
near Portland too.
Oh, I was born in Lebanon, Oregon. That's deep in the Willamette Valley. But prior to moving here, we lived in Vancouver, Washington, because my husband worked at PDX, which is the airport in Portland.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd love to live in Portland again. It was fantastic, but it's also really expensive to live there. But Oregon has my heart. Like that is
it is expensive there.
Oh, it is. I always say nobody actually lives in Portland. There's only businesses in Portland. Everybody lives in the suburbs.
It's the state income tax is pretty expensive.
Yeah, but we don't have sales tax.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. So our income tax is quite high, but we have zero sales tax.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. However, if you average them together, Texas still has lower taxes. Where did she go? She's gone. She left me all alone. Oh, yeah. Portland is amazing to live in. I truly loved it there.
Sorry, I hit a button and disappeared for a second.
I was like, oh, no, she left me all by
myself.
Nope.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Come back. I'm scared. Are you putting lashes on?
Yeah.
Oh my. I think I have a pair of false lashes.
Well, you don't need to put on lashes. I'm just trying to be a little extra.
Well, no, I just as a matter of conversation, I don't have any.
Well, I can hook you up with lashes too, girl.
Yes. Yeah, I actually own a house in Vancouver.
Oh.
Yeah, we were homeowners before we left, and it was not a seller's market then, and we wanted to keep it for assets and whatnot, and we found out that we would be able to rent it for essentially what our mortgage is. So it's currently paying for itself.
That's nice.
Yeah. So it is a 1,900 square feet, 2-story, 5-bedroom home. 5 bedrooms?
That's right. You have the daisy lashes named after my baby.
Oh, it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath with an office and a bonus room. And it's absolutely wonderful. And we're renting it to, I don't know who we're renting it to because we go through a management company, but they've been good.
Oh, that's awesome that you have a management company too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how are we going to be landlords?
No, not when we're far away.
Like,
and
no,
Coco, I feel like I can't do a look without lashes either anymore. I'm just.
Well, you have all that eyelid space.
People tell me that. Do I really?
Yes, you do.
I feel like I don't.
I mean, okay, my dear, how much purple is on your eye before your crease?
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what we're saying.
I do have a lot of purple.
Yes.
I love
and
the purple.
that is where all of your like space really is. Me, I have hooded eyes, so my eyelids just contract up.
No, I have hooded eyes too. I just have lids, but I have hooded eyes too. Nicole is in Japan.
I am. I'm in Okinawa. I live in Okinawa, Japan, which is not on the mainland of Japan. It is a tiny little island south of Japan and just east of Thailand. I'm worryingly close to several dictatorships.
Oh, goodness.
I know. I am like 1,000 miles from China, North Korea, and Russia.
Yowza.
Yes. And I'm on an island with 13 U.S. military bases.
I do want to visit South Korea. I had a trip planned to South Korea, and then I lost my job and I couldn't go.
That is where my sister's in-laws are from.
I would love to.
Brother-in-law is first generation South Korean.
Oh, that's really cool.
So, and last I heard he has aunts and uncles that still live there, and his congratulations on breaking your homicide record. That's depressing.
Very depressing. Very depressing.
But yeah, so we definitely want to go there. He has some trauma related to his growing up, but that happens in immigrant families. But
yeah,
we would love to go visit there, but it almost seemed kind of weird to go visit without my sister and her 4 little Korean babies.
Oh, so cute.
I know. My sister is Barbie, 100%. Blonde, big blonde hair, blue eyes, and yeah.
I don't really have any. I was going to say I don't have any Barbies in my family, but maybe on my dad's side. My mom's side is Mexican, so.
Have you seen the picture that you used for the thumbnail of this video? You are the Barbie in your family.
You're so sweet.
Have you seen Barbie's lid space? Chat, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me.
But I do not have blue eyes. I do not have blue eyes. I have dark eye. I mean, my eyes are kind of like a hazelish. My dad has blue eyes.
That's not necessary to being a Barbie. That's not those are superficial things. However, my sister has in fact been mistaken by a child to be Barbie, like actual Barbie.
What I got mistaken for? Yes, I have blue contacts. I just haven't been putting them in because what do I care?
Colored contacts are like such a thing here, so I really
they're
want
fun.
I really want to get some, but the problem is that I have very, 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 which I'm sure like with the non-white portion of your genetic background, you can relate to having very, very dark brown eyes. Like they are black. They are black. So a lot of the ones that they have are just like adding like honey to them or just a little diversity. I'm like, no. I want blue. I want green.
No. You can get some. Go to TTDI and get Queen Blue, or get. I can send you a list of the ones. You can get Daisy Blue, or you can get Queen Blue, or you can get.
Absolutely, send me that link because I am a little wary of buying something on the internet that I'm going to be putting into my eyeball.
Yeah.
Because I have perfect vision. I've never put contacts in before.
Yeah.
But I had such a complex growing up because I had blonde hair and then these eyes. And my mom and my sister had blonde hair and bright blue eyes. So I'm like, I don't match.
Yeah, my dad
so
has baby blue
I've
eyes.
always wondered what I would look like with blue eyes.
My brother has like grayish eyes, and I have pretty dark eyes, but in the light they're hazel. But whatever.
I mean, my eyes go from black to brown.
No, my eyes can turn light, but I just don't care anymore. Not anymore. I used to care, but
I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore either. Okay. Do you just get ups? We're just talking now.
Yeah.
Welcome to what is
but it is.
Having a conversation in a public room.
I did feel self-conscious when I was younger. Like everybody, like I went to a school in Scottsdale, Arizona, where everybody was white. Everybody was white. My grandparents spoke Spanish at home. Okay. My dad's parents died when he was 8 in a tragic accident. So I never met his family. So I grew up with my Mexican family, not with my white family. I grew up with my mom's side. We ate carnitas, we ate tortillas, we ate capirotada, we ate those types of foods. And I grew up with my mom's family, and my grandparents spoke Spanish at home, and my grandma had a big thing that said La Mexicana in her living room. So that's what I grew up with. And I decided that I wanted to speak Spanish. So I learned Spanish. So I speak Spanish fluently. And when I was at school, like there were no kids whose families spoke anything other than English. There were like 3 Black kids, and there was like 1 Mexican kid, and there was me. And that was my brother. And that was it. Good night, Coco.
Good night.
And I felt
I'm waving down at my phone with the chat on. Bye. Instead of up here,
I felt very like I don't understand why there's no other people here who are like me. Why is there no one else like me? Like, where are the people like me? Where are the people whose families came from other places? Where are the people whose families speak other languages, who speak more than 1 languages? My grandparents did not get to go to school because they were too dark. So my grandpa never set foot in a school, and he was illiterate until the day he died. He never got to read or write, and my grandma got to go to 2nd grade, and that was it. So schools were segregated back then, and that's just the history of my family. So growing up in a privileged neighborhood and going to a privileged school, I'm lucky and I'm grateful, but it was very, very strange being around kids who didn't understand that and who could not relate. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Going to visit.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, going to visit my family and everyone's speaking Spanish, and, almost no one at my school could relate. So interesting and strange. And yeah, it made me feel a little like, even now I'm very light compared to the rest of my mom's side of the family, but like I'm darker than you.
Oh yeah. Well, everyone's dark.
Well, I'm pretty light compared to the rest of my family, but like as one of my friends at my previous job at the university said, but you're browner than white people.
You're brown enough to be discriminated against, but light enough to be discriminated from the other side too.
Yeah.
We basically went to the same school, except you didn't exist there. My hometown, when I was growing up, there was 0.03% minorities. I did not meet my first Black person until college.
It was college for me too, where I actually started to meet, where I was like, oh my God, there are people like me here.
Yeah, like there was Hispanic,
cool.
there was Latinx people in my hometown, but
Yeah.
I didn't know them. I was looking back, it's like, oh, I was kept away from them by my family. And now, like, my sister is married to a South Korean,
which is very cool.
My eldest brother-in-law, so that's my husband's eldest brother, he is married to a Mexican-American woman, again, first generation.
Hi, Bree.
So, now, my second eldest niece, my eldest niece is 5 years younger than me. Because I'm the oldest of my family and I married the youngest of his family.
Yeah.
His older brother is 8 years older than him. So my oldest brother-in-law is 14 years older than me.
Oh, wow.
And 12 years younger than my mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My in-laws are almost the exact same age as my grandparents. My great-grandmother, when she died, or my great-grandmother, who died 5 years ago, was born the same month of the same year as Dan's grandmother.
That's an amazing age.
That died last summer.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at what Natalia just wrote. I'm so grateful to have moved to New York City in 5th grade. I was raised in Moscow, Russia, and I saw 2 Black people who were exchange students on the street once before New York City. Well, New York City is a good place.
Isn't that an incredible experience to finally see, like, as someone who knew intellectually that these people existed and that they were equal to me, and especially being an American and knowing that these people had the same culture, the same culture as me, like we were all Americans.
Yeah.
And then to finally meet them in person and, like, not just on the television screen, it was almost like meeting movie stars in a way, because
I loved it. I mean, it was just I joined the Hispanic sorority and I started going to Latin discotheques, is what they call discotecas, in Dallas, where I went to college. Well, Fort Worth, but all the discotecas were basically in Dallas with all the pop music. Like the reel I did with the Mexican pop singer. That's from my 20s when I used to go to those discotheques.
I don't think I've scrolled that far in your profile.
Oh, I just did it on Instagram like yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it was while I was asleep, because I haven't.
I literally just posted it on Instagram, but
then it was probably while I was getting ready for the day.
There was one Black kid at my school, and his name was Donovan. I remember there were 2 Hispanics, myself and one other named Brenda, and there were 2 Black kids, one other named Amber, and I was friends with her. And then I went to college, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is such an eye-opener. It's so cool. And there were lots of people who spoke Spanish besides me. And there were also people from Latin America. And then I went to Europe for a summer, and I got to travel all around and meet lots of people from lots of different places. And then it was like, and I went to Mexico City to visit my family the summer before I went to college. And it was like, okay, it's a big world.
To go to Mexico City. It looks so beautiful, and then all the history.
It's beautiful, but it can be. I don't know how dangerous it is now. I still have relatives there, of course. I mean, they live there.
There's frankly unacceptable levels of fematricide there. Just people being killed because they're women.
Well, I'll be honest. My cousin in Mexico City, first he lost his arm, and that was because of a. Good night, Manuela. Thank you for being here. I guess we should wrap it up in a minute, but I'll just say that he ended up losing his life. My cousin, he was my age, in Mexico City. He was kidnapped. He was put in a trunk. He lost his arm, and he ended up losing his life. So Mexico City is it's a beautiful place, and I love it for the culture, for the food, for the people, but it's definitely dangerous. And I stand out there. I mean, people know I'm American. I speak Spanish, and a lot of people think that, like, sometimes when I'm speaking Spanish, people will ask me which part of Mexico City I'm from. So some people think I'm from Mexico City. And I don't know if that's because of how I speak Spanish or how I look, because sometimes when I lived in South America, people thought that I was from Colombia. I've never actually been to Colombia before, so I don't know. But
one of my very good friends is from Peru. And her Spanish is so much different, because most of the Spanish that I hear around is, oh yeah, obviously, so sorry about your cousin.
Thank you.
That just goes without saying.
Thank you.
But so most of the Spanish I hear, because obviously my husband's family married into a Mexican family.
Yeah.
So most of the Spanish I hear is Mexican Spanish.
Yeah.
But the Spanish I learned in school was Bolivian Spanish.
Oh, okay. So it is different. There are differences. I lived in Chile for a year, and the Chilean Spanish is totally different. It's completely different. I said that I lived in Chile for a year, and the Chilean Spanish is totally different. And my family in Mexico City was like, we wish you wouldn't talk like that. We wish you would speak Mexican Spanish. Please stop speaking like a Chilean. Yeah. Los Angeles, a lot of, I lived in LA for a while too. And there's a lot of Mexican influence in the Spanish there, but I'm Tex-Mex at heart. So.
Yes.
And I learned my Spanish from my grandparents, and that was Texas.
Which is totally valid, because for much of its history, Texas was Mexico.
Yeah.
Who is that actor? She gets cast a lot in Hispanic roles, but she's full-blooded American. She goes, she says, my family have been landowners in Texas for several hundred years. She goes, we didn't cross the border. The border crossed us.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like, no, you tell them, like, so much of this country used to belong, in the colonialism, belong to other countries. So we should not be over here being like, this is America, speak English. We're like one of the only Western countries in the world that does not teach their children in elementary school an additional language. We actually don't have an official language either. So
one of my friends,
what is your excuse?
Told someone one time, where in America speak Spanish?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
I mean, if you want to go off of Christopher Columbus discovered America, he did it under the Spanish crown.
He sure did. He sure did.
I mean, Italian Americans want to claim him, but
I was going to say Amerigo Vespucci.
Yeah.
Amerigo Vespucci.
But
Italian.
he didn't even. The Norse were here first. The Chinese were here first. The Japanese were here first. The Polynesians were here first.
Well, the Native Americans.
Before them, there were people here to meet them.
The Native Americans.
Lord Almighty. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Personally, I love Canada's First Nation term, because it, because it absolutely recognizes the fact that they were here first. But last I heard from Native sources is that the newest update on what everybody prefers is American Indian, because of the fact that they were first identified as Indians. It gives a name, and it gives a history to the long and storied suppression they have endured under multiple colonizing nations.
Yes, and Native Americans were here first. Let's see, Natalia says she has been to South Africa. I think it's so cool that South Africa has all of those languages. I watched a show on Netflix that takes place in South Africa, and they are speaking like 4 or 5 of the languages in that show, and it's so cool.
Afrikaans is like my favorite language to just.
I love it. It's so close to Dutch, and it's kind of close to English, and I can understand a little bit of it.
Well, because Dutch is also a Germanic language.
Yeah.
And English is a Germanic language.
I can understand a lot of Dutch.
We have ancestors in common, and so it's like you can kind of almost understand them, and I don't know. It's such a melting pot of a language that has such this story and history behind it. I just think it is absolutely beautiful.
I love it.
Absolutely beautiful.
I like Dutch and I like Afrikaans. I like them both.
Okay, German is easy to understand. I'm going to need you to elucidate on that because their grammar structure of like
Dutch is easier for me to understand than German.
Describe it and call it a word,
yeah. I don't understand German. I mean, I lived in Germany for a summer, but I have an easier time understanding Dutch. But this is someone who has never studied either. This is just listening and picking up a few words.
I'm fairly good at reading Spanish. So we went to Chichen Itza, which that was amazing. I was able to understand what the plaques were saying, if not word for word. And it had been years since I practiced my Spanish at that point. And I told Dan, I was like, why couldn't we have moved? Like, there are thousands of English-speaking countries on this planet. And, even more Spanish-speaking countries. You couldn't pick any of them. You had to pick Japanese. You got as far away from our language neighborhood as possible. And then he always responds the same way. Well, this is where the job is. I know. Come on.
Something cold is the night.
Something cold. So
Nacht
cold
is night.
Is the night.
Kalt is cold.
So
Nacht is night.
Is the night.
But that's all I know. So cold is the night. Okay, the cold is the night. Nacht.
Right. Wednesday, von Frankenstein. You are absolutely right. We are only the nation of immigrants when we want to feel included in the minority. Because if we can include, we being like me, white person, if we can include ourselves in the minority, we can squash them more effectively. You're not special. We're all minorities here. You're not special. It's the mixing pot. You're supposed to acclimate. You're supposed to assimilate, become like us. Don't stand out. Don't keep your culture. This is the melting pot. Melt into us. Join us. As I get slowly closer. I know. My family history is African and Native American. My four times great grandmother was a African freed slave. Her daughter, Hattie Beck, actually, she has a lot of descendants. She had 12 children. So you can imagine how many descendants she currently has.
Wow.
She was a Cherokee freedman. So that is a freed African slave that was adopted into the Cherokee tribe. And then from there, we don't super know, because when the kids started being born white, they didn't associate. My family whitewashed itself. So I'm very passionate about making sure that the new generations get to keep the heritage that wasn't afforded me. 4 generations back, or 4 greats back, so it's 5 generations. It's not that far. But I don't have any of that knowledge.
Yeah. I do have a lot of knowledge of my heritage.
It's like this is what whitewashing looks like. I'm the end process, and I don't want that for the new generations. That culture is beautiful, and people in my family history had that culture, and the people now who still have it need to keep it.
Well, I speak Italian. Bree is saying that she's io mangio una è una mela, because mela is feminine. So io mangio. So it'd be io mangio una mela. I eat an apple, is what you're saying, Bree. Io mangio. Lui mangia. Lui or lei mangia una mela. So here, she eats an apple would be lui, lei mangia.
Ojos. Is ojos eyes or oranges? I get those mixed up. Ojos.
An orange in Italian is arancia.
No, in Spanish.
It is naranjo.
Okay.
Naranja.
So
Naranja.
it's eyes.
Una naranja is is an orange, and un naranjo is an orange tree. And le arancia is the orange in Italian.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a lot of languages for me to remember.
Ojos is eyes.
Yeah, le donne sul balcone. Yeah, the women on the balcony. Yeah, wait, what are you saying?
Ojos? Ojos.
Ojos are eyes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
Oh, ojos.
I got it mixed up with oranges. Those are not the same thing.
Los ojos.
Los ojos.
Or
Los
in
ojos.
Italian, it's gli occhi. Gli occhi, or in French, it's les yeux. Les yeux. So I speak Spanish fluently. I speak Italian. I would say I speak like advanced conversational Italian, and I speak French like 50%.
Yeah, I have.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I have a history of Spanish classes and an exposure to Japanese.
Yeah. So loro scrivano.
Hard, but it is.
Loro scrivano means they write. Loro scrivano. Scrivete is the like tu scrivi, you write, and then voi scrivete is the, how do I say it? It's like the personal way of saying you all write. Scrivete. Dove
So like
volete
you guys,
voi,
right?
wherever you want, whatever you write. Qualcosa che scrivete voi, whatever you write. Le nozze di Figaro. No, all good. So, I mean, I'm not perfect at any of these languages, except I'm really good at Spanish, and my English is good.
As long as
because
you
it's
just
my
speak
language.
well enough to be understood, then I mean, I'd call that conversationally fluent.
But Natalia, you speak Russian. I mean, I wish I spoke Russian. That's a difficult language and one that I would love to learn. I love to learn, but I'm good at languages, so I can learn them very quickly. I mean, I've never studied Italian in my life. I just picked it up on the street in Italy.
I'm very jealous because I'm finding myself in the position of living in a country that I don't speak the language.
Well,
and
Japanese, I mean, I only know like sayonara and konnichiwa and like just a few things.
And that's the thing is konnichiwa is actually good day. So it only applies starting now until 5 o'clock. Or until the sun goes
I
down.
think that I could learn it. Like, I think I can get those nuances because the languages that I do know also have nuances. Like, they don't have that nuance, but they have other nuances. So I can think in that mindset. Do you know what I mean? Like in the mindset of nuances of things besides English, because we have things in English that the other languages I know don't have, and vice versa. So, you know, like we do not have a familiar form of saying you in English. We only have one way of saying you. German has multiple ways of saying the. They have die, das, der. I don't even know what else, but
Japanese does not have pronouns. You have I and them.
So
and that's it. You usually gets dropped off because you would assume that the person you're speaking to knows that you're speaking to them.
Yeah.
Like the onomatopoeias are different. So like the words for the sounds that things make, those are different. The sentence structure is completely different. So, there is no past tense, no future tense, no present tense.
So if I'm thinking about
and
that.
Also, there are no words for several or some. You have to explicitly state the number.
So that to me, those types of things to me make it sound less complicated. To me, that sounds less complicated. Like less tenses sounds less complicated, but the alphabet is very
It's not even an alphabet.
No, it's not an alphabet. It's characters.
It's characters, and it is so hard. And the fact that their alphabetical no, that's Chinese. But you can't just write a symbol however feels most natural to you. There are set brush strokes, and if you don't do the brush strokes in the correct direction, so like starting from top to bottom versus bottom to top, or in the correct order, you have now written a completely different word.
Well, I think if I were going to try to go for one of the Eastern, like one of the Asian
character languages,
I would probably go with Russian first. It's not a character language, but it's Cyrillic. Like Natalia was saying, what makes it tricky, because it's a different alphabet. It's not the Latin alphabet. It's the Cyrillic alphabet. And it is complex. English is also very complex. And I think that's why I've had such
English isn't complex. English is screwed up.
Well, it is very screwed up. And a lot of the rules don't make a lot of sense. So I feel like if I were to go to Russian, I feel like that'd be a good segue for me into something that is like a character-based language, because I always wanted to try like Arabic or Persian, but Russian is the one that kind of like draws me first, because I think it would be very, very challenging. I mean, I can read the Cyrillic alphabet. Like I can read it. I know how to write my name. I know how to read like garderobe, and I know how to like when I see movies and they've got things written in Russian, like I can read it. It takes me a minute. I have to sit there and like, like make it out. But there are a lot of words that are similar. Bree, we're still here.
Yeah.
There are a lot of words that are similar.
Because this is the first time that Christina and I have chatted face to face versus through
So
text.
we're just like chit-chatting about everything.
We're just talking for like
we're just chatting about everything, and I'm enjoying chatting with everybody who's still here.
I know how to apologize in Arabic.
I don't know how to apologize in Arabic. I know how to say merhaba and habibi, and like I might know how to say a couple other things, but like
well, I've always said that English is really the perfect language for America, because it is a melting pot language. Because we're a Germanic language that has more in common with the Romance languages. So I've always said that English is German, as pillaged by the Norse, as conquered by the Romans, or as conquered by the Romans, as bastardized by the French.
Well, Natalia is saying that Russians are not exactly a world favorite at the moment, but I do not have any problem with the Russians. I only have a problem with their leader.
If you want to be super fair, Ukrainians also, a lot of them also speak Russian. It's one of the most common languages there, along with Ukrainian, because we're a Soviet part of Soviet Russia for so long.
People, most of the Russian people haven't done anything. I mean, they haven't done anything. I can't, just because the leader of this country does something doesn't mean that I've done something. I mean, I'm just a citizen of this country. I was born here. I can't help that I was born here, Yeah. I don't think that the Russian people can help.
No.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with I don't have any problem with Russians whatsoever. I do not like what's happening in Ukraine right now, but I don't hold that against Russia. I don't hold that against Russians. It's just Putin. I agree. It's the leader, and there's nothing, my friend Elena, who grew up in Moldova, but she's Russian. Russian is her first language. She went on her YouTube channel and she apologized to people. And I thought, oh my God, I can't believe that my friends who are Russian are having to apologize for something they have nothing to do with. They can't help, No,
but I think that she also understands that she is the face of Russia for a lot of her followers. And so
I feel bad for her, and I feel bad for everyone who is apologizing for this terrible mistake that this dictator is making.
I think they're just taking the opportunity to come out and say that they are opposed to this action, because as a Russian person, as a person who is openly Russian, they're going to be by default associated with this setup. And of course, she doesn't want that, and the silence will always be taken as and will always be agreement to the aggressors, because that is the only person it will ever benefit.
Well, I have always been a strong supporter of animal rescues. So what I did is I made a donation to the biggest animal rescue in Ukraine. And I saw a bunch of animal rescues in Ukraine who were helping. I mean, animal rescues in Russia who were helping the animal rescues in Ukraine. So there are a lot of good people in Russia. A lot of them have been the regime there. I think, I mean, obviously I'm no expert. I know as much as anybody else, but
we came here come for the makeup, stay for the politics.
Yeah. I think they've been trying to hide it, but
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, look, and in Russia the punishments are so severe.
Yeah, the Russian government does not want Russian citizens to know that other Russian citizens are stepping out and helping their Ukrainian brothers.
I mean, look at North Korea. Look at how scary it is in North Korea, and it might not be that scary in Russia, but it's scary. Yeah, it's scary. So,
I mean, those are two countries where being under the rainbow is essentially a death sentence.
Yeah.
I mean, this look would get me taken in and questioned, no doubt.
We're lucky. We're really lucky here in the United States and in the free world. And that's my thing about like what's happening right now. It's like there are real, sorry for my dogs. There are real problems happening in this world right now. So like that's what I'm kind of focusing on. I'm not really, I mean, of course there might be drama with like Jeffree Star or with makeup or whatever, but there's a war happening. My dog has terminal cancer. My dad has Alzheimer's. I got, the world has issues and I have issues. So,
just always remember that if a cause is close to your heart, that doesn't make it a small cause.
No.
Just because someone else's pain is bigger does not make your pain less valid. Just because there's a war happening in Ukraine doesn't mean you can't be sad about your sick dog. Like those are not mutually exclusive.
My dog is my everything, and when I lose her, I don't know when that'll be. I pray every night for more time and for a miracle. And I know it's silly, but I can't help it. I do. And you know what? I will be a mess, and you'll know. I hope that I still have her when you come here, and like I hope I'm not losing her when you come in August. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. But we will not. We are all fur mamas. We will not hold it against.
Oh, I know. I know you won't. I know you
won't.
Also,
like if you lose her before then and you need time out, you're welcome. The whole time. If
I lose her before that, I will do everything I can to bounce back, because it's not good to sit around.
Yeah, you do not, but also you need to know you do not have to perform for me.
I know.
You don't have to
I might
come
see you. I might be crying. I might be hysterical when I come see you, but I'll still come. I'll still come. I mean, I will.
Lacey and I are both the mom friend. So I mean, there'll be hot cocoa. There will be vegan cookies.
I don't mind people seeing me sad and crying. I mean, that doesn't bother me. I am totally fine with people seeing me for what I am, which is a human being. So.
Yeah, it's like this has been a long time in the making and will change again. So enjoy it while it is here.
Okay, so I'm going to go on Instagram now and I'm going to swatch the radioactive palette. Do you want to join for a few minutes?
I can do that.
It's up to you. If you don't have time, then I won't do it.
No, absolutely. I will be walking about, which I don't think will super matter because you'll be the star of that show. we want everyone to be looking at your swatches, not getting distracted by me drooling over said swatches, because I will continue to drool over this palette, even though I have it here. Like I am absolutely guilty of looking back on my own pictures of it. Also, incredibly honored that you chose my picture of your palette to put on your own site. Like, that's such, like, aw.
Thank you all for being here. Natalia, thank you for joining us. Kana, thank you for being here. And I hope you enjoy your time with your husband. Thank you all, whoever's still left here.
I will spend several minutes on my Instagram at my tracking down my most recent followers and follow you all back.
I know that this was a long one. Thank you. And I'm going to go on Instagram since I'm made up for a few minutes. It's 11 at night here, but yeah.
Oh,
no.
Oh,
I love you too. I love you too, Heather. I'm just going to go on Instagram live on my personal Instagram account now and just swatch these palettes before I take some photos and call it a night. I'm going to check on Daisy real quick. It's just going to take me like 5 minutes. And then it won't take 5 minutes.
Lunch. I've had a slice of bread to eat, and it is
I
now
ate nothing today. So after this, I'm gonna eat too. So we won't be. I've had like 2 Orgains and that's it. So we're gonna.
You need to eat something.
I know. I will.
Eat before you swatch, so that
no,
end up consuming glitter.
No, I'll be fine. So I'm gonna close this now, and then as
I give you the disapproving stare. Okay. Well, this was so much fun. We absolutely need to do this again.
I'm gonna try to do it weekly, and then when you're away, when you're here in the United States, I will see if somebody else wants to join me, or I can do them by myself.
Because I definitely will not have a space.
No, you won't. So. Okay, so I'll see you in a few.
Bye. See everybody over on her Instagram. The other way.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.